And in theory, we're streaming, but I don't know necessarily for sure until we actually hear the loop back. So this is the first part of the cast that sucks because, well, you basically just hear me talk to myself. But I don't know necessarily for sure until we actually hear the loop. And it does actually seem to cut off the beginning. Let me actually rewind that to the very beginning to see. And in theory, we're streaming, but actually, no, it doesn't cut it off. Okay, we got the stream going. Hello, everybody. This is Adrian Crenshaw for Irongeek Cast number 38. I decided to call this one's Noogies of Love because I had no other good title. I see Jack is currently editing the show notes. You two introduce yourselves. Oh, actually, you three, because it looks like James just joined us. All right, Jack, you start because you're on my far left. So left to right in my order. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Jack.
Well, I'm Jack Fregosa. I am a government contractor for an undisclosed organization, and I do cybersecurity, even though I fucking hate that word.
I'm cybering with you right now, Jack. ASL. All right. Next in my order is James.
Hi everyone, I'm James. I do stuff and things with computers.
All right. Now we got Ill Will up next.
Yeah, I'm just Ill Will. I do a bunch of techie shit and harass people on the internet, apparently.
That's what I've come to the conclusion that people think harassment is disagreeing with them.
I guess so, yeah.
I'm someone who whined a lot about harassment recently. I went and looked through their feed and like, no, this is people calling you an idiot. Well, that's a little bit of harassment, maybe. But most of those things, idiots, like, no, I disagree. This is why I disagree. It's like, that's not harassment.
Shit posting for the win.
And of course, I always announce what cons I'm coming up to. And the ones I got coming up next is I'm going to be attending Skydog Con next week. That's October 20th through the 22nd. Then I'm recording GurCon. That's the 26th and 27th. Then at HackerCon, that's November 17th through the 19th. I'll be doing a lockpicking class. Remember, I'm the lockpicking guy who's not an asshole. Anyway, actually, I know a few know, but that's I love you. And then B-Sides Philly is the last one for this year, which is December 8th, 2017. I still need to get my tickets and everything for that, as far as my air flight tickets and such. And by the way, there's various cons I'm going to be at. You can come find a Trevor Forget sticker. Let me show you these things I end up ordering. Share the screen. Entire window. Yes, share. Hopefully this works out, and you should see me hopefully looping around. And this is the image we chose. Cyber Pathogens, and I don't know how to pronounce his handle. Diaki came up with this image. I think Cyber Pathogens did most of the drawing, and Diaki did some of the suggestions for design. So it says Trevor Forget on it, based on our friend Trevor who passed away this last DerbyCon in a shake while Grifter was drinking it. He's got a little derby hat. He's smoking. He's got his antenna hanging out low. He looks like a very chill roach in that shake. What do y'all think?
Looks pretty good. I want one.
Well, I got 1,000 of them, and if you can cyber stalk me and send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, I'll send you like 20 of them. At least for the certain number of people who can get to me first. But I only ordered 1,000 of the stickers.
So in other words, I just gotta get in my car and meet you someplace neutral.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, just let me know. No, dude,
we have Walmart underneath the street lamp.
Meet you on the 2nd Street Bridge next to the Troll Ball or something. I don't know. But the Troll Ball in Louisville is pretty damn cool. I didn't get to go to this DerbyCon, but it wasn't a big, task for it. Apparently, one of the vendors actually had like a party this DerbyCon at the Troll Bar. The fish and chips the fish and chips is not as good as like the Floyd County Brewery, which is across the river on my side in Indiana, but it's not ain't bad. All right, I'm gonna stop screen sharing for just a bit. But yeah, I got those. Was that
Tom signed in.
Hi, Tom. How's it going? I'm going to open up this announcement other people as well inside of the chat. Though it looks like it's only a Jedi Day, our Master Sticker Master. Our Master Sticker Master. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't know if you all know a Jedi Day, but he's the guy who hands out a lot of the little rectangular stickers that say various things. The back of my phone is covered with them. Let me see what we got. We got a sticker that says, expect anonymous behavior. A sticker that says, want to be a shitlord? Ask me how. One that says hacked. One that says, caution. Playing Pokemon Go on this device may summon cyber demons. And one that says, warning, may contain dormant cyber pathogens. The cyber pathogen one, he did a redesign on that. On I think it's a black background with a red warning. It looks pretty damn good. I think he's gonna be bringing that to. I'm pretty sure he's coming down to SkyDogCon, right? He'll answer me in the chat eventually. But Jedi Day, I'm assuming you're coming down to SkyDogCon, right? Or up, or wait, it's down for you. Well, by the way, who put the thing about the machine learning gaydar in the show notes?
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Well, crap. See, I don't want to cover the Dove ad until Charles comes on, because Charles is the one that I asked about even putting it in. So I'm going to move something else up to higher in the notes. Oh, Tawny's on. Hi, Tawny. And Tom changed his image, so it's still Tom. Hi, Tawny. All right, let me go to this next article then, which is we'll cover. It's from the Daily Caller, and it was written by Ian Miles Chong, who people have been telling me is a white supremacist. So the guy looks very Asian to me, so I'm curious exactly how that works out.
Maybe he's an Asian guy who thinks white people are better.
Maybe they exist. Actually, in Japan, apparently, there's a group of people who just really like Nazi fashion. They're not actually like white supremacists or have any of the ideology. They just really think the Hugo Boss outfits are cool looking, and they like go and dress up like that. And it's like,
well, I mean, Japan did support Germany during the war.
That is true. I'm not sure exactly on all the social dynamics that played into that.
I think they hated each other. I mean, because Hitler was technically a racist, so he wanted to build the perfect Aryan race. So I don't know why he would ally with.
I heard he referred to like the Japanese as honorary Aryans or something. It was. And
yes, because they kept their race pure. I mean, America at the time, well, still is kind of a melting pot, but at the same time,
But yeah, Hitler wasn't particularly Aryan in himself. What he looked, I've heard rumors that he was part Jewish himself.
Yeah, he was.
There's a lot of self-hating people out there, but I guess he might have been one of them. All right, well, Jack, I'll continue all this, and we'll just look at this. Somebody. Right. Oh, and hi, Charles. Welcome.
Hey.
Okay, so someone, no thanks, I don't want to allow this. Someone posted this particular article, Ian Miles Chong, and it's kind of interesting stuff. Apparently, there was a woman game dev. She wrote, "Women in Games is about to start. Game dev ladies, join us to meet the pretty side of game dev. More here." And because she said the pretty side of game dev, someone freaks out about it being sexist towards women, strangely. Now, so if you want to say it's sexist towards men, I get it, because us men folk can be pretty too. But apparently, someone tweeted back, I hope whoever is tweeting this here at least shuts the hell up and listens to them. That's an incredibly sexist description. I'm pretty sure she is going to listen to him because she's a woman herself. But though it's not clear from the tweet that that's the case. Then someone responds back, but in my opinion, it's amazing and pretty how game dev women can do all those things and how good they are at them. And someone just gets so upset with the term of calling someone pretty. I don't know if anybody else saw this particular story.
I guess we can go back to the 1800s method and just call all women and men handsome. That's a very handsome lady.
They call women handsome?
They did.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought handsome was pretty much reserved for men most of the time.
Wow. No, that was that's only recently. Well, I say recently, probably 1900s or so, but like the early 1800s or I guess the late Yeah, but no, 1800s traditional English. That's what you would say. Handsome. That's a handsome lady, or that's a handsome dog, or that's a whatever. Handsome was for anything.
Now, I'm not kind of surprised that Target didn't get more shit for the softer side of Sears. Or not, still not Target, Sears. Remember they had an ad campaign a few years ago, the softer side of Sears, that was accentuating the women's wardrobe departments.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that
It was a different time.
Yeah, it's strange to say that 5 years ago was a different time.
Yeah, women were okay with being feminine then. I don't get it.
I mean, hey.
A lot of women are okay with being feminine now. It just depends on the context.
Well,
Some of them are different.
I said women as in a blanket term, but the fucking cry holes were okay with women being referred to as feminine.
Yes, that's different.
I like chocolate.
I had a discussion with a lady a while back, and I won't say her name, but I'll give some details. She is big into the gothic look, and she likes bats a lot. Anyway, she was a little pissed off because people were talking about, well, this wardrobe isn't professional because she likes to dress girly and gothic, and some people thought that was inappropriate. And she was like, "I'm gonna dress the way I want. Fuck you." A little pissed off because people were. All right,
wow.
So got loop back going. Or maybe I just
got loop back
down. I'm pretty turned down. Okay.
You turned on or down? Or?
Not really turned on, no. But has anybody got anything to say about this? Apparently, the lady got canned over the comment. I'm like, just leave her alone. Maybe it's not the best thing to say, but it's not a firing freaking offense.
No, it's not.
Well, you know how it is. I mean, everybody has to get offended about something, and it's a thin skin error. I mean,
that's true. So speaking of thin skin, what do you think of Jerry Jones and this situation? What do you think is going to become of that?
Jerry Jones, is that the footballer that got in trouble?
Well, yeah, I don't think he's in trouble, but
he lost he lost a sponsorship, didn't he? Because didn't Yo play or somebody sponsor?
No, that was Cam Newton. A while, I think 3 or 4 days ago, Jerry Jones said that if any player kneels during the national anthem, they will not play.
See, I don't give much of a shit one way or the other because I don't watch football.
Right, but I just my thoughts on it is you can't tell people to stand if they don't want to stand. They got a right, freedom to choose what they want to choose. That's like saying, hey, that's like going back to the time, say, hey, if you were a Christian, you died, or if you were if you were not Catholic or Jewish, you died, or it's not giving people choices.
So it's like going back to Iraq or Afghanistan. Oh.
Yeah, I'm fine if you kneel or you don't kneel or whatever.
Exactly.
I may make a decision to watch the game or not based on whether or not you kneel or not, but it doesn't really bother me one way or the other. Greatly, especially since I'm not into football.
Here's the other part though. The coach or the owner of the team has the freedom to say, you will meet these standards on my team or you won't play on my team.
Right. I mean, it's
That's the thing though. If it was the United States government that came in and said, hey, all you fucking football players better stand the fuck up or you're not playing, then we'd have some issues.
Yeah.
But because it's the owner of the team, it's kind of a...
That comes to the complication
yes, he has the right not to stand up, but at the same time, the owner of the team has the right to say my players will meet these standards or not play on my team.
Well, that goes to the whole freedom of speech definition. People say the First Amendment only applies to the government, which is technically true. However, when I see people get fired or canned over some fairly silly shit by their company, I'm like, granted, it's not the government that's doing it, but it's still un-American just to all right. I don't hate Trump nearly as much as a lot of people do. I did like his comment about what was it? Getting rid of citizenship for people to burn the flag. I think people who burn the flag are assholes. However, it's not something I would take away citizenship for. I'll just call you a dick.
Hello.
Might pee on your leg. Oh.
And boy toys on.
Yeah, boy.
How's it going, Brent?
What's up?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
We kind of went from a lady who got fired for calling women game devs pretty to a person who was talking about people have to kneel or not kneel for the what's it, national anthem. By the way, the whole kneel thing, I don't get why they're doing the kneel thing, because the kneel thing usually shows fidelity. Kneeling to take a knee is like to show loyalty to something. So taking a knee is kind of a weird symbol to use.
Well, here's what happened. What started it, like last year, Colin Kaepernick, he was a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. He took a knee because he felt how he doesn't want to stand for a country that mistreats people of color and doesn't treat them fairly. And that's why he took a knee. Now, where things got out of control was when the media put a spin on it and kind of went away from the original method, which you know how media does. That's their job, is to kind of, if it bleeds, it leads. So they took another spin on it where, well, they're disrespecting the flag, and we're tired of people disrespecting the flag, and it's all about disrespect now. It's not about what the real reason was for. So that was the original message, how racial injustice, well, there's a lot of injustice for people of color.
Yeah, and those people get fucked up, and I've heard argument from a guy who's British that all police are too militarized. And all white people and black people get fucked up by the police. And I'm not necessarily a huge police fan because those they're all police who are assholes.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
there's
it's
a lot of crooked cops
I'm
out
not
there.
sure it's completely a racial issue.
More whites get shot fatally by police officers than blacks.
But there's also more whites than blacks.
There's also more whites than black, correct? But it's if you look at the percentages, it's about the same population wise almost.
Well, here's the thing, man. It's a lot of people. Every time you turn on the news, it's usually.
Well, they don't talk about every time anyone gets shot by a freaking cop,
Well, but getting killed.
People get killed by the cops every day. It's like 1,500 people killed by the cops last year. 700 of them were white. Or so.
Well, I don't know how many were white or black, but
Yeah, well, there's someone put up a database and they went over it.
Oh, the Guardian keeps a database of it. Now, the stats, my understanding, all this, yes, there are more white people killed. Oh, there's also more white people in the United States. Per capita, there's more black people killed, but there's also more violent actions are happening from the black community. But whether that totally meshes, then I hear other people say that if you happen to be in an altercation, you have more of a chance of being shot if you're white. The stats are really fucking complicated.
It's crazy. But at the same time, did my man drop off?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Trent. Wow, he dropped off. Okay.
Y'all know Trent?
No, I was about to say, hey, how you doing, Trent?
Yeah, Trent is coming on and off. He just unstable connection or something.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say, hopefully he comes back on. What's happening is just I don't, like I said, I don't know the stats, how many white or black or whatever, but a lot in the media, people of color has been getting killed, and it's just been crazy. Like the dude in New York, he's dead because of a loose cigarette.
Yeah, that was dumbass.
Cigarettes on the street.
Yeah, I see a Steven Crowder ad about some of the people that Black Lives Matter brings up as examples. That was a case example they really should use, because that one, should have died over fucking loose cigarette. I mean, that was bullshit.
Loose cigarettes. And here's the thing: got caught on tape killing them, and the cops got off.
Yeah. But then there's other
that was
cases
pretty
where
fucked up.
People keep lying about what exactly happened, like the who was the guy, the hands up, don't shoot guy? St. Louis.
Brown. I forget his name.
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. They keep saying hands up, don't shoot, hands up, don't shoot. And then other things pretty much seem to prove that, yeah, he did try to wrestle with the cop and get this gun, and the hands up, don't shoot thing was a lie. So
yeah.
It's
crazy.
Focus on guys like the guy who got killed over the loose cigarettes, because you know what? I'm a libertarian. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. The only thing violated was like tax rules. I'm not. I don't want no one to die.
He paid the tax when he bought that pack of cigarettes, and if he wants
that's true. They have some kind of rule against selling loose cigarettes, though. What's the deal?
No. Is there?
Well, yeah. There is a rule about loosies.
Yeah, New
but,
York.
You know, it's-
Well, he bought like cartons of cigarettes in another state and was reselling them in New York, and that was the big issue.
But that was the reason to die.
Well, no,
Apparently so.
no one's saying the cops handled that right, and I definitely don't agree with the fucking stupid law in New York where they're gonna tax cigarettes so bad that they're fucking start a black market. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, every time my sister goes up to go to New York to shop, I always send her up there with 5-6 cartons for my cousin. I mean, it's what it is.
It is what it is. But New York is a black market city anyway. Listen, 90%, and I'm just gonna be 100%.
You can't even buy like in freaking New York. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Well, let me say something real quick, Brandon. Why do you keep showing us your air vent?
What?
You have
my
your
camera
air
on?
vent, but we have your air vent.
Right, I want to show my air vent too.
It's like Avatar's probably better if you're just gonna show us your air vent.
I was about to ask him, was he laying on his back?
Oh.
Because that's what it looks like. You're looking up on the ceiling.
Wait, is my camera on now or?
It was. Now it's not.
It's
Oh,
off
okay.
now.
Hey, Brandon earlier in the day to show me his anus, so the air vent's better than that.
No,
Okay,
I threatened
really?
another individual. That wasn't directed directly at
Right,
you.
okay, I was just in the chat, but yeah, okay, true.
Yeah.
Jay, so you're showing vents. That's what we do it.
Yeah. Come on, everybody show their air vents.
Well, I mean, I thought it was a good looking air event. Apparently, y'all disagree. So
And
I'm
no,
gonna stare at my avatar instead.
we
I
don't
would like
care. We
to
just have some fun.
My air vent, I got it up there on the ceiling. I'm trying to turn it on, but it's not showing.
Dear God, that is one facially bald motherfucker.
Yes, it is.
How's it feel to be beardless?
It's easier to eat, that's for damn sure. I mean, it also shows my double chin a little bit more.
Are you gonna stay beardless?
Yes, I probably am.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to grow mine out right now, so that way you can't see my triple chin.
That was an advantage of having my beard, yeah. And I looked like I had the whole mountain man thing going on.
Hey, whatever makes you comfortable. That's the way I look at it. Whatever makes you comfortable.
I missed it.
So it's
Rocking
actually
that 3-day stubble look.
Yeah. It's actually the Washington Post that's maintaining the database. According to last year, 2016, 466 people shot and killed by police were white, 233 were black, 160 were Hispanic, and 42% were other, and 42 people were other, and 62 is unknown.
Keep in mind, though, I think the United States population, like 14
unknown alien.
That is overrepresentation.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably Smurfs. I think it was the Smurf.
Well, fuck the blue people. The blue people can go to hell. I hate the blue people.
Right?
It's okay to be racist towards blue people, right? Actually,
think
there's
so.
all blue people in Kentucky. There were, or at least there were. Have you read about the blue people of Kentucky?
Oh, the ones
Yes.
with the weird fucking skin condition? Yeah, fuck those people.
Yeah.
No, they were inbred.
Yeah,
Fucking
they
dicks.
drink that colonial silver all the time, isn't it?
Oh, dude, you got some blue screen shit going on. That's cool.
Yeah, it's my solar eclipse picture.
It's fucking
Cool.
weird, man.
It's like tripping me out, man. It's tripping me out. Oh, I can't say his name. Sipwix. Irongeek Cast 38. Rock out with your air vent out. Yeah, that's his cast. Yeah, I don't know what to think. The take the knee thing, I'm all for freedom of speech. So yeah, do what you want to do. I don't know if it's always the best cause, the best way to go about it. The take the knee is a weird symbol to do it because take the knee normally means showing fidelity. I've even seen someone make a cartoon where some like white supremacists try to convince black people to show fidelity to Trump by taking a knee in that way. I mean, I've seen like weird. It's a weird fucking imagery thing.
I think it's actually going to come down to the players' union versus the owners, though, at some point here, because between the labor laws and whatever state that they're in, the players' union and the owners, that's going to be a whole legal debacle.
Yeah, I'm fine talking about it. I just don't. I'm not big into sports. So I don't know. It's kind of like that. Who'd you say that? And I didn't find about this because I like saw Charles's wall. who was the guy who got in trouble for talking to a female reporter and said something about a woman who knows about routes? That's funny.
Oh, that's Cam Newton.
He was a bit of a dick. I will say the dude was a dick, but I don't think he was such a dick that I think they made more of an issue of it than they actually needed to. I'm assuming routes. I don't know football. I'm assuming that's how you get around on the football field, place to place, to avoid getting tackled.
Yeah, it's just a route to go where you would run to catch the ball. That's a route, like how you're running to go, and then the quarterback just throws the ball. And in normal terms, it's like running a trace route as you're going a trace route as you're doing different hops.
Yeah, I remember commenting on your thread about I'm surprised to hear non-networking people or telecom people talk about routes.
You know what? That would be great. That would be fun. That would be fun.
I don't know much about football. I just kind of assumed just from the term, but yeah, he was kind of a dick. But at the same time, it seemed like they made too much of a deal.
Big deal. They made a way bigger deal out of it. I didn't think he said anything too crazy.
Welcome to the thin-skinned society where you can't say something that's remotely offensive without somebody feeling themselves.
Well, people
or looking at themselves as a payday.
Well, people are always looking for a reason to try to get their 15 minutes of fame. The Roxy D.
Damn, leave her alone. Fuck.
No, can't leave her alone. She fucked up. She's nah.
What'd you say? She looks fucked up.
No, there we go.
I spit down drink on my fucking shit.
Anyway, yeah.
Damn. Come on, look. I had to put in a lot of hard work after ripping her ass like that. I had to apologize. I felt bad.
You apologize? Okay, good.
I came back to ripping her ass like that.
I'm surprised she has any ass left to rip at this point.
Nah, she's done. She's quiet. I'm assuming.
I'm turning on my webcam. Since James is showing his air vent, I'll show my air vent.
Yeah, you know what? That's gonna be the theme. There you go. Have some more of my air vent.
All right, that's a hot air vent, big boy.
This is getting interesting. Ripping asses and air vents.
Oh yeah, that's my air vent.
Well, both of their jobs are supposed to expel air, so I guess it works out.
So I guess you gotta come from somewhere. But yeah, it's and I just wanted to quote something from from a source earlier, just saying that we're tired of people in the hacker community acting like little kids. Meaning, little teddy bear. Meaning just getting so, I don't know. It just seemed like the community as of late has just been real. Some people are buying into this thin skin stuff. And I don't know. It just kind of just puts a damper on the community.
I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, at some point, the community's got to grow its spine back. I mean, this is getting absolutely ridiculous. It feels as if almost everything related to InfoSec these days is not related to InfoSec.
Yeah. Everything's about politics nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God, Trump! We're all gonna die.
Yeah, I didn't vote for Trump. There's some serious Trump derangement syndrome out there. Well, I think some people who are normally considered just kind of center left have gone a little bit further out there because Trump got elected. I'm like, okay, we didn't actually elect Orange Hitler. We elected reality TV show host. Granted, it's not the best look in the world, but it's not the end of the world.
No, it's not.
The only thing I really got to say about Trump is I'm wondering when he's going to quit campaigning and actually do some presidential shit.
Yeah.
That's my biggest gripe.
Never.
He's doing the presidential stuff, man. He's on vacation. He's declaring all the holidays on time. He's doing all the stuff.
Yeah.
Writing papers and just sitting in the office. The president doesn't really do shit.
You know what? Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like literally, the president's job is to freaking be the guy that gets yelled at.
Yeah.
But he has no power. Really, if you think about it.
When people keep talking about fascist shit, most of the stuff I hear that people get pissed off about is him actually removing executive orders. So basically, kind of the opposite and trying to get it. And apparently, the DACA thing is confusing me because apparently it looks like he wants to actually get DACA passed properly.
Yeah, so he got rid of DACA. He gave him 6 months to do something with Congress instead of a freaking presidential order, which has no legal requirement to be followed.
Now,
there is no legal requirement for anyone to follow a presidential order.
Now,
to a point, yeah, but I mean, when it comes to implementing things in the federal side of the house, yeah, it does carry a lot of fucking weight.
It carries a lot of weight, but there is no legal requirement for the freaking chief of staffs to follow the order. There's no legal requirement for the head of the CIA, head of the FBI. None of them have to follow it. It's in their best interest to, because they make it canned, but they don't have to.
Now, switching gears just a lot. Speaking of the federal government, as of late, as I've been going to work and just listening to other talks and other people just converse, what do you guys think with where cloud is going? And what I mean by that, I noticed that with a lot of government customers, some of them are actually starting to put data in the cloud, like important data. And I'm just wondering, do you think the government is? Personally, I don't think they should be doing it. I mean, I just want to get feedback. What are their thoughts? Maybe I'm missing something here.
I really don't think that sensitive data should be left in other people's hands like that. I mean, it's just that's.
It depends. My side of the house, it's all housed in one place anyway, and it's not Amazon, and I'll just say it like that.
Right, because they got the Gov Cloud.
Here's the thing, though. I guess it depends on who you're hosting it with, what cloud provider, quote unquote. Because, I think I would trust Amazon or Microsoft more than Rackspace or somebody like that.
It's not Rackspace.
Here's the thing about that. It's not just whether or not you trust a certain company. It's can you configure your own shit properly so that way it's still secure behind the defense.
There's that part too, but you've also got all the back end stuff they've got to be able to do properly to not leak your properly configured stuff to other customers.
Right. I mean, it's a gamble. I mean, a lot of them have been making huge strides to protect user data.
Right.
But yeah, there's two parts. I mean, you either have to hire a shit ton of people that know how to do everything well, or you offload all that risk and responsibility to somebody else and only have to hire.
You're still going to have risk even with bare metal. I mean, it's a matter of do you trust this vendor or do you trust this cloud vendor? It's really just a matter of location at this point. Do you want it nearby or do you want a data center far away?
True. But I mean, that's the thing. It's there's always a risk, no matter where you put it, if it's connected to the internet.
Right.
Wouldn't it seem, and maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Wouldn't it seem to be more riskier? Wouldn't it be more of a risk if it's in someone else's location?
I don't know. That's the debate. I mean, because here's the thing: if you know what you're doing and you're confident in your own security level, it's purely your risk. But the moment that you get other parties involved, be it a random data center here in the U.S. or around the world, or quote-unquote cloud infrastructure, which is essentially just another fucking data center, you are putting a portion of that risk and what have you, security problems, on them, and they're responsible up to a certain degree. But you still have to configure your own shit properly.
Yeah, but you've got less shit to configure.
All right, not say any Twitter names. Don't say who this is. I'm looking at something that I was just sent by Ill Will.
Yeah.
Referring to themselves as a woman of color, and I'm looking at it. All right, don't say the name. I'm gonna send this into the private chat.
Okay. Yeah.
If you've noticed a tendency of white women who have some very super small percentage of ethnicity of something that's not Caucasian, saying that they're women of color. If you look at this woman and don't say her name, this is a white woman.
Yeah, that's about as white as you can get.
What color is she though? I mean, is she pink? Is she peach?
Well, everybody is of color. even if you're albino, like your blood circulation shows through, and you come out, a whitish pink, but.
Unless your ass is powder, that dude was like the whitest thing I've ever seen.
I'm laughing that he said peach. He went Crayola on us.
I did. I fucking did, son. I don't give a damn.
Don't say name,
That's hilarious.
I've noticed this one girl who's incredibly white, but she likes to claim, what is it? There's a term for metis. There's a term for people who are in Canada who are a mixture of Native American. They call it First Nations up in Canada. And if you could, I have a friend who could
Native American
exact differences. But I think they claim, like, my family told me that I was like part Cherokee and part Wampanoag. But when they did the genetic testing, none of it came up. I found out my dad is like 1% Jewish. That's about the only ethnicity I can really claim that's not, your standard Western European English kind of thing.
You know what's funny is I used to think that I had Cherokee Indian in me as well until I was able to grow facial hair, and then I realized that may be bullshit.
Yeah, apparently it's bullshit for me too because they didn't find any of it. And from pictures from like 4 weeks ago, I can obviously grow facial hair.
Well,
something I want to touch on that a little bit. I don't know, and it just seems like, and maybe I'm looking at it crazy again. Doesn't it seem like everybody's so focused on like the past and not really focused on like right now? What I mean is, it's like if you look on TV or you look on the internet or whatever, and you notice that a lot of people's like, yeah, your ethnicity, we got to be proud of our culture, and that's great. You got to be proud of your culture, but I think a lot of people are missing the point. I think a lot of people are so stuck in staying in the past. They're so stuck with history instead of trying to get out there and make history.
You got to understand, we don't have a lot of true individuals these days. It's not popular to be you. It's popular to be all the shit that you see on the internet and TV and everything that you absorb in culture. Nobody gives a shit about having their own thoughts and own opinions. And if you do, you're considered an asshole or a misogynist or whatever the fuck the popular term is.
Yeah. It's true.
It's bigot, racist, asshole right now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And then you know what I find amazing? I was chuckling to myself the other day. It's amazing how the word geek and nerd is accepted now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. When I was in high school, man, I was afraid to let people know I was a fucking nerd.
It's just I remember when being a hacker was taboo. Like everybody thought you were a cyberpunk or you lived in somebody's basement, or they
some
thought you were
dark
weird.
room dwelling dweeb that just did nothing but stupid shit on the internet all day.
Right.
Well, that's what I do. Oh.
So I am glad that that's come to light a lot more. Because remember, like 10, 15 years, the exact 15, 16 years ago, you didn't have places where you can practice your hacking skills. Your practice was on other people's systems and hope that you didn't get caught.
In the early 2000s, some of those sites, like I remember there used to be this place called like Hack This Site.
Hack This Site,
yeah.
And some of the things that popped up about, I don't know, maybe about 15 years ago. But yeah, before that.
Yeah, but Hack This Site was like.
Now, remember Cyber Army?
Yeah, they had the Zebulon Challenge.
Yes, Cyber Army, yeah. And you go into the mess hall, and then you'd figure out, if you wanted to learn about operating systems or coding, it was different challenges that you had. And then, as you passed the challenges, that's how you got ranked. That was pretty good, but then the FBI raided it in 2005 and shut it down.
Well, they still got a mirror of it. You can still run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you really want to these days? I mean,
no. Unless you just want to go down memory lane. Because sometimes I'll look at old IRC conversations, and I'll be like, "Wow, what was I thinking?" Or "Wow, just going back and looking at the things you said as you're looking at your conversations, and things like, "Wow, my thought process was crazy at that time." Or,
oh yeah, I mean, I was just looking on an external hard drive that had a whole bunch of IRC logs and pastebins on it.
Yeah.
And 7 years ago, I was a fucking retard.
I was just looking at aim logs because they're gonna be retiring it.
Yeah, that's what made me go back.
On them. How do you guys
That's
say
what
all
made me
this
go
stuff?
back down memory lane was because of that, because of retiring AIM. And AIM, honestly, AIM was that was my telephone system in college. Meaning, like I always left my computer on. I had a Dell Pentium 2 with 68 gigs of RAM, not 68 megs of RAM running Windows 98 second edition.
I was about to say, man, you had some future-proof shit right there. I mean, shit. My current laptop right now has 32 gigs of RAM, and I remember looking back at my first fucking desktop when I was like 10 years old, having like less than 256K of RAM at the time, thinking that I was the shit. I mean, we've come a long fucking way.
We really have, and like, I had 64 megs of RAM, and it was Windows 98 second edition that I had.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was running Windows 98 second edition. That was the best. I loved that operation. That and Windows 2000. I love
Windows 2000 was the shit.
Yes, it was.
Like that was. I remember when XP first came out. Me and my dad sat there and looked at it when he first installed it, and we're just looking at it, thinking, "God, that looks like a cartoon on my screen. This looks retarded. This is never gonna catch on." And then it lasted for 13 years. It was claimed by PC Magazine as the operating system that just won't fucking die.
It's still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully not in your corporation.
So was Windows 98. Oops. But anyway. But there's a lot of
the TV top computer.
Web TV.
It was a web. Yeah, there's still something like freaking 100 million of those things out there too.
Yeah.
On and working.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Most ATMs that I come across are still operating on fucking Windows XP. It's retarded.
Yeah.
Some of that's not fair. Some are operating on OS 2, man.
Jesus Christ.
Even in Dulles Airport, they're running Windows XP, according to Georgia.
Yeah, a lot of the point of sale stuff is still what do you call it? Windows XP.
Oh yeah, they're using Windows CE for POS. I mean, even when I was working at 7-Eleven, they were using outdated versions of Windows CE on those little MOB tablets that they had for scanning inventory and shit.
I love that the acronym lines right up with piece of shit.
I mean, I know that, what'd you call it? The Florida lottery system, their systems that they use for checking tickets and lottery systems and whatnot, it's running an old version of Monte Vista Linux with like a 2.x kernel.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know something? I miss the old school hardware when you used to go to like a PC shop and you had some of the coolest, knowledgeable people there. Like, you know, when I was into building PCs, I would go definitely to the local computer shops, and you had some of the smartest, brightest guys there. This when Tech TV was live, man.
Oh, man, I miss the old Tech TV. That
Me
G4
too.
shit. I don't understand. Like G4 took it over, then eventually became all like gaming videos of people playing games, and apparently that's a big popular thing because you know those people like who's that guy who's like the number one YouTuber? Yeah, apparently, but he had at least some commentary and humor to it. I don't get watching other people play video games. I don't get it.
It's really for poor people that can't afford the fucking expensive computers that are required to play these awesome games.
Yeah.
So I'll watch somebody play a game for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour if I'm interested in buying the game, just to see what it's like, because there's no more demos anymore. You gotta fucking just drop $60 and hope it doesn't suck ass. You know.
You know, I remember back when Pizza Hut used to give out demo discs for like PlayStation and shit. That was my thing back in the day.
Yeah, demos are no longer, man.
Like my parents wouldn't mind spending, you know, $20-$30 on a large pizza, but they would never spend anything on video games.
Yeah.
I mean, like, here's the thing. Every disc-based console that I ever had growing up, my parents never bought me a fucking memory card. And to this day, there's a lot of games that I never got to finish that we used to rent from Blockbuster and shit that I really wish to God I was able to complete at least once.
Well,
and now thanks to emulation, I can do that.
Well, try playing a video game where you didn't have no memory card and you had to hold the reset button and push power at the same time to save your game. with Legend of Zelda and Techno Super Bowl.
Now I had Zelda on NES, and then I had Super NES as well for what was it, Link to the Past. So I mean, at least those games had some form of save on it. But
yeah, but you have to hold the reset button and power it off to save.
I was too young when NES was out. I did not know that save feature was there until it was too late.
Are you kidding me? I always would turn the game off and be like, well, that's where I fucking ended.
Well, just like, and I have a bitter story about Castlevania 3. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. My parents had to go to some kind of lodge meeting or whatever, right? So they left me. I was home by myself, and I was playing. Huh? Yeah, my parents are Masons.
Oh, cool.
My dad's a Mason, yeah, and my mom.
My brother is too, and my uncle and my grandfather and all that. But continue.
I was playing Castlevania 3, and I mean, I was cleaning house, and I got all the way to Dracula, the second part, because you got to fight Dracula twice, and I killed him the first time. The second time, I'm going to town on him, and the damn thing freezes. It goes, woo!
Oh, no!
I slammed the controller so hard, I broke it. I was so mad. I didn't play Castlevania 3 for a long time behind that. I think I needed to go to therapy back then.
The only time I ever broke a controller was when I was trying to beat this one part on... what was it? Star Wars Rogue Squadron for the Nintendo 64. You know the part in the movie where you've got to lasso the fucking I forget that huge AT thing. The hell is it called?
I know
I'm losing geek cred here. Anyway, the huge four-legged motherfucker. I'm trying to hogtie this.
By the way, Castlevania 3 was a lot of fucking fun. I remember playing the hell out of that game.
Yeah,
I do miss that game. I've got it on Virtual Console on my 3DS right now.
I got it on my Raspberry Pi, Retro Pi.
Yeah. But, I ended up, I kept sucking so much at that game that I ended up taking my 64 controller and smashing it against my dad's hardwood floor to the point where it just shattered in pieces. And then I had to play that motherfucker.
Yeah, I had to play with a broken controller. But luckily, I got lucky that I broke it in February because my birthday's in March. I got lucky.
Oh, I'd be like, Mom, my shit's broke.
No, my parents didn't play that shit. Like, you got stuff when it was Christmas and birthdays.
Yeah,
that was it. It wasn't going out like it ain't like today. Like, kids could break something or they want something right now and they go get it. And it wasn't like that. It was like, hey, birthday, Christmas, make up your mind. You get something once in a while, but it wasn't like how it is today.
I was really unfortunate in that department because my birthday's in January, and it's like really on the close end of January.
Yeah.
So Christmas would come around. They'd be like, "So here's your Christmas/birthday present." I'd be like, "Are you fucking serious?" Like, well, it's a nice Christmas present. It's like, all right, thank you very much. I'm very grateful for this. I'd take it in my room and be like, I don't get no fucking birthday present. This is bullshit.
You know what I used to hate though? Remember, like, coming up as a kid and you wanted to get, like, you just cared about video games or whatever else you're into, and there's always somebody that would get you a sweater.
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I remember my 7th birthday, man. I got fucking Batman socks and a Batman bed sheet for fucking Christmas. Man. I was looking at this like, I don't even fuck with DC like that.
And it's like, you couldn't really say anything because it was just like,
yeah, if you were ungrateful, you got your ass whooped.
Yeah, it ain't like it's not like today, man. Where it's like now I know you're upset, but we could go get you something else that'll make you feel better tomorrow.
No, how about this? How about the kids that go and tweet on fucking Twitter and on Facebook and shit? My mom got me the wrong colored iPhone. Like, that's still a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, they gave you a fucking handheld computer that can literally do almost all of the shit a normal computer can do. And you're crying because the outside is not the same color you wanted.
Yeah, any modern phone does more than what a computer we had as kids did. Like my Tandy 1000EX with 640K of memory.
Dude, my OnePlus 3T has 6 fucking gigs of RAM in it. I shit you not.
No, my first portable was my Tiger handheld of Double Dragon.
Mine was Game Boy Color with Pokemon Red and Blue.
Look, two AA batteries, Tiger handheld.
Was that VR gear or whatever it was? Anybody ever see that thing?
Yeah, I've seen it.
It was like it wasn't like a Sega or NES or anything like that, but it was like, yeah, that was what I got. It was like $50 or some shit. It was all red and crappy, and yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, Tiger Tiger Electronics, man. Yeah, I had Double Dragon and Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, I had a buddy who had like the original Game Boy. I didn't have many handhelds. I was at the age, I turned, well, I'm old. I was born in 1974, so I was about the age where
You're not old.
I started doing other things at that point, and then I got back into games because, I think when I was younger, games were considered more for kids, and I was outgrowing it. But now everybody fucking still games.
Yeah, it's a part of me. Like I have, like I said, Mega Man will never die in my household. I'm forever in debt to Mega Man and Final
You obviously
Fantasy.
haven't played Mega Man X5 yet.
Not yet. It's coming.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you, it's cutscene hell. You will smash another TV. I'm serious.
Uh-oh.
Like I tell you what, go check out the Angry Video Game Nerd on Mega Man and wait till he gets to the part about fucking Mega Man X5, and you will understand what bullshit really is. They took a beloved franchise where it was literally run and gun and blow everything the fuck up.
Yeah.
And just made it nothing but text dialogue and stupid animated cutscenes.
Oh no. And check this out. I definitely what I've been doing of late, speaking of like gaming, right now I'm playing Final Fantasy 1 for NES. But I'm going back and then just working my way up. So throughout the year I'll be playing all retro versions of Final Fantasy until the end of the year, since it's a 30-year anniversary.
Then you need to also not exclude the Game Boy Color, because not Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. There were some good Final Fantasy titles on that for GBA as well.
I know. I even have because I have a Super Famicom. And speaking of which, I got to get another converter because the other one I think is going out. I got the original Super Famicom, so that has Final Fantasy 3. I have Final Fantasy 3 for that.
An actual the Japanese release for Famicom, or is it the PAL version?
No, the original Famicom, the Japanese.
I got
version.
a question. Why the fuck did we get some muted gray and off gray fucking console for the Super Nintendo? Why they got that colorful fucking awesome shit over in Japan?
Right? I always wondered that. And if you see
I remember,
the game,
I remember when I was like 11 years old. Back when we had already had the 64, the PS1 was out, PS2 was like a month away, and I was over at a friend's house, and he pulled out a fucking Super Nintendo controller that had rainbow buttons on it. I was like, what the fuck is that? What kind of third-party shit is that? And he's like, dude, this is a Famicom controller. I was like, what the fuck is a Famicom? Like, I was so pissed off that we got essentially a second version revised shit brick, while they got to enjoy everything in its original presentation.
I'm gonna open up the live cast to more people if they want to join. We're having a good conversation about set. I never had any show notes. It's all good. I had the gaming systems I had it in television. That was the first thing that I want to say maybe my grandma and uncle got it for me. And it was cool. It was actually better than the Atari 2600, though the Atari 2600 had more games. And then I got a Atari 2600. Not the best game system in the world, but it had a lot of stuff out there. And yeah, I did have E.T., which my thing is one of the things that killed video gaming for a little bit on home consoles. Then we got the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And that was I think I bought the Super Nintendo. My brother bought most of the games for it. And that was the last, and the newest game system I actually own right now, as pathetic as this sounds, I have a Dreamcast upstairs.
That was a good console.
That was a great console, especially for UFC fighting and Crazy Taxi.
Virtual Fighter.
I played Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi was fun.
Oh,
Crazy Taxi the shit. You should get the original Sonic, Adventure 2 Battle for that? Or Sonic Adventure 2? Oh, look at that bastard. Fuck
this
you.
is Super Famicom game.
Fuck you. That is awesome.
1990.
That was the year I was born, man.
I'm a retro head, like yeah. I love all my retro games.
All right, hold up. Is that a Nightwing shirt?
Yes, it is.
Oh shit!
Fucking DC fan.
See,
You know
I'm
what?
not a Marvel man. I'm not a Marvel man. I don't know. I know about DC because I watched like the Justice League cartoon, and I was like, this character has to exist in the comic books. But DC, the timelines are so fucking convoluted.
They are, but here's the thing. I'm not strictly only DC. I like Marvel too. Some people are just
tainted.
hardcore.
You're just confused. That's all.
Yeah, I am. But it's a good confusion to have because I like.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Yeah, I got a buddy from down in St. Louis.
It's a great way to
yeah,
be
he's
confused.
big into like Green Lantern. His thing is he's like a Green
Oh
fanatic.
God.
Like I just like good content. Like for me, honestly, I'm a huge fan of Cloak and Dagger.
They're gonna do a TV show of that.
They are.
They're gonna give what?
Yeah, there's a TV show. I'll find it. I'll see if I can share a link.
Yeah, you gotta check that out. Yeah, I love
Cloak and
Dagger.
fucking Dagger. No shit.
Because they started as the whole part of the whole anti-drug campaign thing in the '80s, but they actually have pretty cool characters. I haven't read a whole lot of them, but yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
I'd tell you what, there is
Yeah,
one property that's currently owned by DC that originally wasn't, that I really did enjoy, and that was Static Shock. Before
wow.
DC got their hands all over Static, Static Shock was the shit.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, the main milestone
now-
guy, though, the
but
main
now
guy,
DC
most of the
just
milestone
kinda-
comics, he passed away, didn't he?
I think so.
Milestone was an imprint of DC Comics, if I recall. Oh, was it Malibu Comics? That was trying to appeal to an African American audience. And there was like one main guy, I think, who designed most of it. And I think he passed away not long ago. I'll look this up. I posted the link to the Cloak and Dagger, but they're doing a TV series on that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Like, wow. And do you guys remember Sinister Six?
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, Spider-Man villains.
Yeah, they came out with Sinister Six. Man, that was sweet.
Anybody remember Carnage? I mean, he's the best.
Maximum Carnage.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
where
no. Fuck off. His daddy is a lot more impressive than Carnage. Carnage was just pure chaos. Venom was the shit. And I'm not talking about the Scorpion version of Matt Garden Venom. I'm talking Eddie Brock Venom. That motherfucker was pure evil.
Ray McDuffie was the guy who created, I think, a lot of the stuff from Milestone, and he passed away, unfortunately, in 2011.
Hold on. Brandon, I love your background. What in the world? You had me, like, literally, when you just, like, talked and I saw the clouds in the background, it looked like you were just, like, coming down like an angel. Like, all we needed was theme music, man. Straight Ric Flair style right there. Look at that.
Carnage is one of my favorite characters. Like all the comic books, I loved them.
Wait, is your name Brandon too?
No, my name's Tom.
Oh, okay.
My middle name is Brendan. Brendan.
That don't count.
My middle name's Brad.
That don't count.
Hey, but you know what? It's close.
Hey, we got 3 video crew members on this cast right now.
Yeah.
Well, Charles will be. He hasn't been yet, but he will be shortly.
And I just wanted to go on air and say, man, super excited for the opportunity. Thank you, Adrian. Woo!
Anytime, man. I've also offered space at DerbyCon on floor space for Will if he wants to come crash.
What's up?
I'll come snuggle.
Need to ask Will if he's going to be coming to GurCon or not.
I'm not going to be able to make GurCon.
Is that in Michigan?
Yeah, it's in Michigan. Grand Rapids.
Maybe I should go there. I don't know.
Hey, I know what to ask about. Is HushCon still around? I haven't heard anybody talk about it.
Michigan?
Yeah.
I put the name, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Hi, Anthony. Hello, Jose. And Jose just dropped off again.
Yeah. because what's name crossed my mind. I guess like the originator of it, 5-inch Pixie, little short woman. She's like 5 foot.
What's her name again? Pixie?
I think 5-inch Pixie.
There's some Pixie lady who was at my MeadCon this year. So she sang really well. I don't remember her exact name.
Is she real short?
Well, I'm 6'3", man. A lot of people are short to me.
Well, she comes to DerbyCon.
It might have been her.
Might have been, yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot all about her.
So if Tony wants to join back in, I think we're up to our limit again. She can just stand behind Brandon.
She won't do that. She's camera shy.
Yeah, I love the comic. And you know what? Comic book cinema has gotten better. For the longest time, a lot of comic movies really stuck. Like, look, all right, DC, because they were owned by Warner Brothers, did a good job with the Superman films, I think, in general, until they got to that, what was it? That one where they had the Nuclear Man thing. That kind of sucked.
Yeah, it did.
The Batman series was mostly good. The Batman Robin kind of sucked. Marvel was sucking for a long time. Like, I actually thought the Punisher movie they made in '89 was not bad, but it really wasn't the Punisher. The Captain America movie they made was awful. Was that?
The Daredevil movie fucking sucked.
It wasn't great.
No, it sucked. That's all there was to it. Ben Affleck was...
And Ben Affleck, there you go, right there. That was the problem.
He does not make a good superhero. He does not make a good Batman, period. That dude does not need to be in any comic film at all.
And
on top of that, and Marvel really took it off of the Marvel Cinematic Universe when they got Iron Man, and Iron Man was kind of a second stringer. Actually, my uncle and mom owned the original Iron Man comic book. Unfortunately, it was in shit shape. He Tales of Suspense, whatever it was.
Probably still get money for that, even if it's in shit shape.
Yeah, it's in really bad shape. I need to talk to my brother about where it's at.
Might be like $50.
Yeah, that's better than nothing, I guess.
Right?
But they did a really good job. I'm hoping they get the rights back to Fantastic Four, because my understanding now the Tim Story Fantastic Four, it got a lot of shit. The one that came out in the early 2000s or mid 2000s, I thought it was
great. It was a great movie. I like both of them. I like when they brought in the Silver Surfer. But yeah, it was a great.
But apparently the reboot they did, where
was terrible. I hated it.
I heard it wasn't good, and they did.
I couldn't watch it. And I tried.
It got a whole big thing about the racial component because Sue Storm and Johnny Storm were still brother and sister, but one was white and one was black.
Maybe one was adopted, maybe Mama cheated.
They never explained it, and I'm like, make them both black, make them both
maybe
white.
Mama cheated. I love that.
Hey, it happens.
Didn't that happen a while back with maternal twins or paternal twins, or what are they called?
I think they were.
Yeah, I've seen one where one they had like they were mixed race kids, but one came out much paler than the other.
Yeah, it was an interracial couple, and they had a white kid and a black kid at the same time, like twins.
I don't know about I would call it white kid and black kid, but both looked like they had African American heritage. Just one was a whole lot darker skinned than the other one. It just happened that was the genetic roll your dice thing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It was on one of the freaking news things. It was a while back.
Oh man, I'm talking about taste of comic books and they got some shit. Have you all seen the Doctor Strange movie?
Yes.
The Doctor Strange movie, they were fucked with the Ancient One character because no matter what they did, they were going to piss someone off.
Oh yeah.
Because they were going to get accused of whitewashing because of what they did. Because they cast a white woman to play a character who, in tradition in the comic book, was an old Asian man. However, they couldn't make it the old Asian man because the old Asian man was Tibetan. And if you do Tibetan, well, Tibet is not an actual country according to China.
China wouldn't have allowed you to show the movie.
Right. And China wouldn't show the movie. If you made him a Chinese guy or a Japanese guy, he still had the whole Fu Manchu stereotype. So the SJWs would come after him for that.
Appropriation of culture, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Now it's whitewashing with a woman.
With the Ancient One character, they were fucked. So they made it like a Celtic bald white chick.
I got to say though, despite the fact that they did pick who they did for that role, she played an amazing fucking Ancient One representation. I mean, it was. And for the nerds who are true diehard fucking comic fans that will rage every time that there's something different, you have to remember that this iteration of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is an entirely different Marvel universe, which they've done multiple times. Ultimates, you name it. They've done this many different times in the past. And I try to share that with people who get all uppity because, you know, Iron Man didn't originally create Ultron. It was supposed to be Hank Pym or whatever. Shut up and enjoy the movie. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, it was a decent movie. Doctor Strange movie. And you know what? I was afraid they were going to totally fuck up magic in the Marvel universe, cinematic universe, by trying to make it be science. Because they tried to do a little bit of that with Thor, and it's like, no, the magic needs to be something separate. Oh,
that was Tony Stark's implementation of that. He's always done that. If he sees any form of magic, he tries to rationalize it as, well, it's just science we haven't understood yet.
Well, the Thor movies, though, really try to ratify that as Thor being a strange type of alien, but I think they're trying to roll that back. And I want magic to be magic. Like, I am an agnostic in real life, but in my comic books, in my fantasy world, I want magic to be magic. Like, oh, Blade and shit. Blade and Ghost Rider have both reverted back to Marvel's ownership as far as movie rights are concerned. So those guys could start popping up again.
I don't know how I feel about another Blade. That
number one and number two, despite huge potholes, were pretty damn good. Three kind of killed it.
I think they need to leave it alone.
Yeah, that's one you just don't need to touch.
Yeah. That, and that's how I feel about Top Gun too. Oops.
Hey, it's how we felt about Ghostbusters, but we got that shit.
That damn, what the hell was that? You know what? And honestly, I feel some kind of way about Transformers.
I'm pissed off with the whole Michael Bay universe of Transformers. Like, I mean,
he screwed that shit up.
I was born after the 1984 boom of Transformers on TV. However, I have gone back and watched all of the original shit. And seeing the shit that they did with the cinematic version, live action, CGI bullshit, it's just, it didn't have that, I don't know, you didn't have that sense of, yeah, the Autobots are fucking rolling out, they're going to kick some ass. None of that shit. It was just explosions everywhere.
Like, prime example.
I grew up on that shit.
But prime example, okay, if they would have stuck to, if Michael Bay would have stuck to how the original story started and just made movies based on the movement of the series, he'd have been fine. Start out with Unicron. Start out with these different characters and whatnot, and then just build on top of that, as opposed to just going all over the place.
He had the opportunity to really capture what the Transformers race and the Quintessons, whatever the fuck they were called, were all about.
Yes. Yeah.
He could have started from the very beginning with Primus and Unicron and started for the whole fucking Cybertronian war, how it moved to Earth, done a whole bunch of awesome shit with that. But instead, he mixed the fucking timeline all the fuck way up to the point where now we have whatever the most recent one is.
I didn't even watch it.
I haven't seen it yet. After Galvatron's appearance in the series, I lost all fucking interest, and it wasn't even.
I wanted to throw popcorn at the screen. He was a truck. A truck? Are you kidding me?
I mean, I've seen the Transformers movie, the actual cartoon one. I mean, I remember how Galvatron came to be. I mean, there was not even a reference of fucking Unicron whatsoever. There was nothing. It sucked.
And when Megatron died, he said, and nothing. Here is your new body. And sent and made Galvatron. And you had Cyclonus, which was his enforcer. That's where I got my screen name from, Cyclonus, because that dude was an enforcer. And you got Scourge and the Sweets. And I mean, you haven't even made them yet.
No.
It's like it's ridiculous. Like,
I mean, did you see what they did with the Dinobots? Like that shit was ridiculous.
I was disappointed.
Live action ones. I haven't seen
I
those.
was very, very disappointed. And how the hell? Like, which one was it? Was a second one where he was in college and his roommate was a hacker. How the hell did they get into this mix of Transformers? Like,
I don't know. Everybody wants a hacker in their fucking film, and it's
annoying as shit.
Speaking of which, who's going to be watching the new episode of Mr. Robot Season 4 tonight?
I am.
Boy.
Record. I got it on record. It's
I can't wait. I can't fucking wait, man.
Woo! That's what motivates me in the mornings. Woo!
I tell you what, man. When Season 1, spoilers, by the way, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, and if you haven't, you're a fucking loser. Back when they had Season 1 out, I was saying from the very get-go, this entire Mr. Robot guy that's supposed to be his dad or whatever, it's in his fucking head. And I was blasting it on Twitter left and right. It was, no, you're full of shit. And they came out with it, and I was right. I've been trying to play the prediction game every season that they've had so far and try to figure out just where they're going to go with the plot. And they've thrown some curveballs my way.
Yeah.
I mean, they've really fucked me up a couple times.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know Gideon was gonna die.
No, that was like, like he had such a kind face, and when you saw him dead, you're just like, but
damn.
Why? Like that was some Game of Thrones style shit.
Yeah, they did. They killed them off.
Have you ever had that problem where you see a character die and all of a sudden you hear the Game of Thrones music playing in your head?
Every time that I replay Final Fantasy VII.
Actually, you know Ben Shapiro?
Yes.
No.
Little Jewish conservative dude.
Yeah.
He plays violin. He does a beautiful version of the Game of Thrones theme song. But anyway.
Oh wow.
Off topic.
Now
I'll post it.
Now here, you know who I think is gonna die or want to die in 3.0? It's freaking Angela's ex-boyfriend. I can't stand him.
Oh, that douchebag?
Yes. We need him to die.
He needs to die.
Yeah,
I really want to see Terrell just like have the most beautiful death of all. His character, I can't stand him.
But his wife is on point.
Oh, his wife is famously evil. Like,
yeah. She was running shit until she got her ass beat.
Oh yeah. Adrian, are you seriously playing that right now?
I was. I paused it. I stopped. Okay.
Fucking douchebag.
But yeah, she was running shit. She had her accomplice, and the way she was killing people with seduction, like she's like, "Do you really want to say no to me?" I'm like, "Uh-oh, you about to die."
Yeah, it was great. I mean, like I said, the whole character of Terrell is just it irks the fuck out of me every time he comes on the screen. He has that Wall Street pompous piece of shit douchebag look. Mm-hmm. But even when they try to portray him as, you know, this huge dreamer that wants to bring down society, he just seems like an arrogant fuck. Mm-hmm. And I really want somebody to put a bullet in this motherfucker's head.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy? And I feel bad. Angela is an example of good girl gone bad.
Oh yeah.
Like she's just turned all the way out now.
Here's the thing though, put yourself in her shoes. If you had the ability to really make it in this world, in this fucked up corporate society, and all you had to do was just shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Would you care if anybody judged you for that? You'd be making so much money, your apartment would be paid for, you wouldn't even have to pay rent. All you'd have to do is just show the fuck up and shut the fuck up. That's it. And get a paycheck. I mean, your career has already made it to an extravagant fucking level. You're not necessarily untouchable, but you could be if you stayed shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for that, I'd bitch out for that. Hardcore.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And everybody can hate me. I could be the next Kevin Mitnick. I wouldn't give a shit.
Oh, wow.
I had to throw some shade there, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I like Kevin.
Why don't you hand me that SPF 2000?
I've had dinner with Kevin a couple times. I like Kevin.
Yeah, me too.
Kevin's like a nice enough fella.
The only time I ever like truly met him face to face, the dude was shit faced. So my opinion of him might be a little biased.
Me, probably.
Huh?
So pretty much every time you're probably ever going to meet me.
Yeah, but see, I can handle you drunk. You're fine. He was on a mission, and it wasn't to meet people and talk and have a good time.
You can handle me drunk. So you're okay if I grab your ass?
Well,
I'm not going to kick my ass. Right?
You're going to have a handful because I've got a pretty big ass.
Me too.
But you know something? Honestly, and just to kind of roll back a little bit with Kevin, with all he's been through, you know, who knows how that affected his mind.
Right. I'm not saying the guy has had it easy or anything like that, but I really don't think he deserves my sympathy. I mean, one, my opinion doesn't fucking mean shit to somebody like Kevin. So I'm sure he's not going to lose any sleep.
I don't have much sympathy for Manning, but I do have some sympathy for Kevin.
I have zero fucking sympathy for Manning. Like, I mean,
let's just.
That was a choice. What that individual did.
Throw away the room.
What Manning did was a flat out fucking decision.
Yeah.
It made that decision. It chose to go that path. I mean, here's the thing. That individual could have reported whatever to an authoritative position and said, look, I'm not comfortable with this. This is what I saw. I think that these people need to be court-martialed, whatever. And even if it didn't go anywhere, the fact that they would have gone that route instead would have been respectable. I would have never said shit. But instead to intentionally go put in a blank CD with Lady Gaga written on it and, you know, burn the contents to the disc and distribute military secrets out to the public like that was fucking wrong. I don't care how fucked up it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens to the people who get stuck in those positions where they know that nothing's going to come of it if they report it. They know damn well nothing's going to come of it, so they think they're going to be some kind of superhero or something. And they
and look where it ends
for
them.
Everybody. Yeah.
Every time, look where it ends them.
Yep.
And then
so, question: how do you feel about Snowden?
Fuck him. Fuck him to death.
Death by snoo.
Yes. But not with a beautiful Amazonian woman. It needs to be like somebody who's fat and gross like me.
First by the large Amazonian women.
Yes.
Then by the petite Amazonian women. Then the large Amazonian women again.
That the old death by Chi-Chi kind of thing?
Do you think they're ever going to go after him again? Or
I hope they do. I mean, I hope to God he catches a stray bullet. Preferably in the 50 caliber range.
Oh, he's going to. You know, the minute he steps 1 inch out of line, he's just a chalk outline.
Oh, yeah. Snowden.
How many of you were around back in the 80s when that guy, not the IAB guy, but the other guy, he used to go with the handle of Tron, and they found his ass hanging by a rope in Gorky Park? I mean, that's some serious old school there, but yeah, I mean, the minute Snowden is not useful anymore, the minute he steps out of line, the minute he shits the wrong color, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And here's the thing. You can't really have sympathy for a guy like that. I mean, he, again, violated his contractual obligation. He decided to make that choice. I mean, he was a contractor with Booz Allen Hamilton, contracted with the NSA. He wasn't actually an employee of the NSA. He could have walked away from that shit and let it alone. He could have been an activist and said, yeah, trust me, I've seen some shit. I can't go into detail about it, but here's what I can tell you. And then, yeah, we probably would have dismissed a lot of the things that he said. Here's the fucked up part. After everything that he said and done, we still dismissed it. As a planet, we still go about day-to-day life like nothing fucking happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what a lot of these things, like even protesters, like let's take what was it, Occupy Wall Street, right?
Yeah.
we are the 99%, right? We're going to tear down the establishment, blah, blah, blah. Let me ask you one really important question. What the fuck changed?
Nothing.
Right?
There's a new statue on Wall Street of a little girl standing in front of the bull.
Oh, that was such a virtue signaling bullshit.
But yeah, nothing's changed.
No, and it won't. Here's the thing. As fucked up as some of these things that people protest about, like, okay, let's take Black Lives Matter, for example. We understand why they're in the streets protesting and bitching. We can't really say too much about a lot of things. Yes, we can have an opinion, but truth of the matter is they kind of have at least some form to be upset. Yeah. Can't take that from them.
But here's the problem that I have with this movement, that movement, right? Okay, where's the plan afterwards?
There is none. There's not a plan now.
Right, exactly, and that's my whole point. That's the problem that I have with that situation, because, and I call it a situation because eventually nobody's going to eventually talk about.
No, it's going to be a fart in the wind like everything else. And as fucked up as it is to say that, and someone's going to call me a racist asshole for saying it, it's the truth.
I'm not disagreeing, and I'm black, but I'm just telling you, like, it's because here's the thing.
You're black? What?
Yeah.
Tell me this.
Oh my goodness.
Well, shit.
Do you see this? It's beautiful.
I thought it was just dark in the room, man.
Damn.
I got people on the fucking Twitter profile telling me I'm racist. I got black people on my stream. How the hell does that happen?
No, but here's the thing, and that's the problem that I have. The whole movement, like, okay, for example, with civil rights movement, you had people who once they marched, they had a plan. They sent stuff up to Congress. They met with different officials in Congress to make change, to make sure black people can vote, to make sure black people can sit in the same restaurants and everything with white people. Now, fast forward to today, Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, Black Lives Matter, but then everybody's marching on, and the people that's not from the cities that they're marching in is causing all the drama.
Yep.
And after that protest happens, then nothing else happens. You don't hear any follow-up of any people trying to change laws. If it is happening, we don't see it. And I think if they want things to change, maybe they should start showing what progress they are making.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe something might change. But, I mean, I just don't see it.
Take a page from the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers did a lot more than they did. And I'm not talking about just, civil unrest stuff. I mean, they're out there in the neighborhood. They're giving out food. They're doing programs. And then everybody shit their pants when they started marching down the street with AR-15s. But nothing ever came of it. So it's like they've got their shit together and they've got a plan.
Yeah, they did. And that's how you got to...
Any kind of change is going to happen. That's where it's going to come from.
Exactly. Like, prime example, and I'm this is a great segue. I was at Nova Hackers meeting on Monday, and they're doing hackers in educations. I think Ben and Movix pretty much putting on a movement to teach cybersecurity in not just education, but to the police department. Train them in security as well.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that is huge.
That is big.
I'm gonna try to look into something in my area. Like, he's challenging everybody to look into something in their area to see where they can actually, help out as far as like curriculum and everything else. And I think that is huge.
I think if we can at least push education toward local law enforcement on something as simple as being able to detect whether or not a phone number is being spoofed, or if it's coming from an internet provider such as Skype or what the fuck ever, that would cut down on a lot of swatting cases right there.
Yes, and you know what? And I was thinking about this today. Really digging deeper into OSNIT and actually helping the police find some of these idiots and people that's out here that's just causing problems. Let's dig deeper into how many convicted fellas are in your neighborhood? How many not just child molesters, but just convicted fellas in general. What were their crimes? Why are they labeled as a convicted felon? Was it
If
embezzlement? Was it pet? Was it? You see what I'm getting at? Because if you
right,
know,
yeah. If we had a centralized intelligence for each individual local law enforcement area, I believe that it would help them better protect and serve their local communities.
Right.
I mean, there's only one problem with that.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with those people when they get run out of town?
It's not a matter of running them out of town.
No, you're not going to run them out of town, and you're not going to run them out of town.
Right.
But there are people who are going to run them out of town. There are people who are going to use that information you've got, and they're going to say, well, we got a child molester on this block, not in my neighborhood. And next thing you know,
see, there's laws to protect those kind of people. That's the thing is, you've got laws that protect, let's say, a child molester.
They don't do shit. Those laws don't do shit.
Here's the thing, though. When you're a parent of two small girls and a child molester moves in across the street, you know what I mean? Your perception is a little bit changed at that time.
Yeah. I looked up.
You're gonna move a guy in front of somebody else's house that has two kids.
Do what?
Yeah, I have a daughter.
You live across the street. You got two kids. You live across the street from a child molester. You make him get the fuck out, okay? And then what happens? He goes and moves into a house that's across the street from somebody else with two kids. And then you don't.
I mean, it's not like they make communities for child molesters. They don't necessarily have
problem. The exact problem is that they can't get a place to live, they can't get a job, so they end up living on the streets and going back to double worse crime in order to survive.
Don't be a child molester.
You got to think about, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but what are these people going to do when you run them out of town?
I haven't figured that part out.
Don't be a child molester.
Hoovervilles don't exist anymore, for the most part. The cops will come down and break them up. Out here in Vegas, they do it all the time. They come out there, they let a little Hooverville go up, and then 10 days later they bulldoze the shit out of it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I mean, we have homeless encampments out here that get knocked up by the cops all the time. So it's not a bad idea to have that kind of information. But the thing is that you gotta come up with some kind of plan for these people. Like
I'm not saying that we don't, but I mean, at the same vein, there's still nothing wrong with helping out law enforcement and trying to teach them.
Zero. There is zero wrong with that.
Right.
Nothing at all.
So here's the thing. I don't necessarily consider myself a quote unquote Christian, but if you look at what Christianity is actually supposed to be, if America would go back to actually being a quote unquote Christian nation, and people stop fucking harassing the churches or at least just help the churches. I mean, a church will do more for a community than any other organization in a community.
A lot of churches, but not all of them.
Depends on the church.
But
a lot of churches.
Scientology is going to move into downtown into the old mall, and then all hell's going to break loose.
I'm an agnostic, and I think that Christianity does more good for the world in general than bad, and I'm an agnostic. So
I will say this: the churches do. The churches do. However, there are a metric fuck ton of fake Christians out there.
Oh yeah. There's a ton of those.
Yeah.
See, the thing
How
is,
about
I
that
don't
mega
think.
church? How about that huge mega church that refused to take anybody in during the hurricane?
Oh yeah, fuck that dude.
Well, hold on. So apparently that guy's church was in a floodplain and that had issues with flooding before. And
I saw the pictures.
I watched somebody with a live stream that walked up to the church and there was not even an inch of water on the ground.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know, but
I don't fuck with Joel Osteen. I'm
The
sorry.
only thing the guy was protecting himself from is taxes.
I mean, I will say this much: Joel Osteen is a fantastic businessman and a wonderful liar. He is not a good Christian.
He's not a. You know what? And I'll put it this way: he's a motivational speaker. He's not a preacher. He's a great motivational.
I'll give you that.
Speaker.
I'll give you that. It's a pyramid scheme.
But yeah, pyramid schemes. Like, hey, if you just and here's the thing: if you just like, what did he'll say? He'll say, "Oh, God out there, he'll set you on the right path." And which is true, but his thing is just like everything is not always a happy ending.
No.
Let's keep it real. Everything's not always a happy ending. And I know you got to try to find the silver lining to a lot of this bullshit, but sometimes people just can't find their silver lining. It's going to take them a lot longer than just saying, "Oh, I'll look to the hills and I'm all better." It don't work like that for everybody.
Some
people need to get their ass wet.
You don't find it.
Right, you don't find it, and that's okay. People take different paths in life, and it takes some people longer than others to really find true happiness and their silver lining. But the way he paints this picture, like, well, all you have to do is look to the hills for your help. And yeah, but he tries to make it sound like it's instantaneous.
Yeah, he's pointing to the hill, and he's got his other hand in your back pocket.
Right, and that's the thing.
You can get to heaven so long as you pay my monthly fee.
Right, pretty much for $19.95. But
hey, I went subspontaneous. I only had to pay once.
But here's the thing. And for like with Joel and Creflo Dollar, I can't stand either. I don't like him.
Yeah, I can't stand Creflo.
I don't like Creflo Dollar.
But so here's the thing with tithing. It's not till recently that tithing has become monetary.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. Like, okay, here's the thing. All right, back in the day, preachers had jobs like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They preached on Sunday, but they were a mailman on Monday, or whatever their job was. And those are the churches I respect, where you have a pastor who
has a damn
not
job.
only, you're right, he's not trying to get a mega church out of it.
I've got one of those in my local community right now. He's an Uber driver throughout the whole week. Takes me to work at least 3 times a week.
And I love it.
And
I understand the need for money because, I mean, you need a building and all that other crap. But at the same time, tithing is not according to the Bible. If you read it,
no, it's not the community's job to take care of you. It's I mean, a church can be literally anywhere, by a rock, whatever. The Bible literally says, "Come as you are." Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And it says a church is where 3 or more gather together, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
As long as
and no, but it's true. So when I see people. And think about it. It's been an influx of people trying to be pastors, people trying to go to theology, but they're going for it not because they really want to service the community. Everybody's trying to get that mega church, that mega payday.
Oh yeah.
Look at fucking jet.
Look at Calvary Christian Church. That place has they have mega churches everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, and they aren't helping out the homeless. They aren't helping out a lot of people. They say that they are, but they're really shuttling them off to, work camps or whatever and saying, all right, well, if you qualify, you can get a job. If you don't, you've got to walk back to wherever it was you were previously homeless at.
Right. And it's sad. It's a sad day when you can't even go to church for healing or help. Some churches. Like you said, the pastor in the neighborhood, he's an Uber driver. I respect that because you can tell that he's not looking for the big payday for his church. He's not expecting the community to take care of him.
I've seen his church. His church is a humble little building, probably seats like no more than 300 people.
There you go.
All right. I mean, you can see the inside of the church when the doors are wide open. They've got the old style, refurbished fucking wooden pews.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the Bibles that they've got are the old fucking hotel style King James books.
There you
I
go.
mean, it's what was given to them. It's a small community, and I mean, here's the thing: if I genuinely wanted to seek the Word of God, that would be a place I would go.
Right.
But you ain't gonna catch my fat ass at Christian Calvary. That's for damn sure.
But I don't blink because here's the thing: like, prime example. Okay, I'm a Christian. I believe in Lord Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And I generally have a love for people until they give me a reason not to. And then I have to think long and hard. But the thing is, it teaches just having love for your fellow man, even if they've wronged you, which is very hard in certain situations. But it's a daily struggle. But
here's the thing: I envy people who can do that. I have a lot of anger issues.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Like, as my crazy friend at work, he calls me Positive Patty, whatever. But
You are a happy mother. I mean, every time I see you, you seem very fucking happy.
Because you know what?
It's the
You know
love of
what?
Jesus.
But honestly, I'm thankful for my life. I'm thankful to be living to see another day. I'm thankful to being able to get exactly. I have my daughter. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the friends in my life, friends I've made. You guys. Reason I say that, that's the reason for my happiness. You know, I'm not a money hungry dude. Like, I know we need money to survive, but my main existence is not money. I do stuff for passion. So that's what keeps me going and grounded. So when I see all this other crazy stuff, I'm able to block it out because my world doesn't consist of that. And when I see people, I generally want to help them, whether it's, you know, I'm not looking for anything in return.
That's where you and I are completely different, man. Like when I see something that irritates the shit out of me, I'm a very confrontational individual. I love to have discussions over shit that people like to shy away from.
Right, and that's the thing. I could talk to anyone, even if they feel some kind of way about me, because and this got untrue. I know, and I've met a lot of people. They don't like me just because of the color of my skin, and that's fine. You know, I look at it this way: as long as you're not physically harming me or my family, I don't care what you feel about me. You know, and everybody's free to feel how they want to feel, but a lot of people don't think that way. They feel like they have to try to change somebody, or they have to try. Like right now, if I saw somebody who was a Ku Klux Klan and he was walking down the street on his cell phone, I'm not gonna run up and punch him in his face. He's not messing with me.
Dude, matter of fact, if you stop and talk to him, he'd probably be really nice to you.
Oh yeah.
Well, I saw some story like this is some black guy who like started befriending various like Ku Klux Klan members and.
Oh yeah.
I saw a story.
He converted them.
If you can find it, link it. But I remember he was like basically changing their fucking minds about shit because they had exposure to. I don't know. They even have any exposure to black people. They had exposure to black people who weren't the best black people in the world, and they developed a certain opinion. But this one guy started befriending them. He's like, "Well, fuck it. These people are fucking cool."
Right, and you'd be surprised. But see, that goes back to communication. That goes about learning about other people's cultures. That goes about this. It comes from a place. It comes from a place.
You used to teach us to go out and learn about other cultures.
Hey, buddy, can you pull your microphone a little bit further from your mouth?
Oh, sorry. The funny thing is, back in the 80s, they were telling us, beating us over the head, Amnesty International, We Are the World, go out there and learn about cultures and do things. Now, 2017, give me try to do anything. It's like cultural appropriation, disrespect.
I hate that.
Shut up. I mean, it's like, what happened?
We've kind of had this discussion before, though.
Yeah,
and where you know your prior interactions with people, you kind of build your overall stereotype. You know.
Well, you know what? That is true because I met a still good friend of mine. This guy named Niranjan. He's from India, and I was the first person that he met when he first came to VA. And to work. So we were just having like a dialogue conversation. I was learning about his culture. He was learning about what goes on here. And he said something amazing. He said, you're not like the black people we see on TV over in India.
Right.
And I said, well, and I was curious. I said, so what do you see of black people on TV over in India? He said, well, first of all, we don't watch as much TV, but when we do see it, it's always somebody, a black person is doing drugs or they're killing somebody or they're stealing from somebody. That's what they see on TV in India.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, people talk about Gandhi and all that shit, but apparently Gandhi back in his younger days had some pretty racist fucking views towards black people.
Yeah.
Then again, he grew up in South Africa, so that's the environment he was in.
Right. But see, and that's the thing. If you're really trying to learn something, a lot of people go off of what they see on TV or what they've heard somebody else say. They don't actually go out and do the research.
Well,
I think that's the problem.
I mean, in my personal case, I grew up in a town where there was absolutely no black people. It was all whites and Hispanics.
Right.
And the two black kids I did meet growing up were both assholes. And, you know, several confrontations with them. One lived down the street from me. So, you know, at first I was like, whatever, cool, is a kid to play with. And then he, you know, turned out to be a prick. And, you know, he assaulted me one time for no reason. And when I just started to defend myself, you know, somebody came out and stopped it and freaking, you know, took his side because the whole, you know, race issue thing was going on. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, fucking hit me first. Like, fuck you guys. Right.
But like I told you guys,
and it wasn't until high school that I had interactions with other black people that weren't fucking asshats. I'm like, oh, okay, so they're just like everyone else. Some of them are asshats, some of them aren't. You know,
exactly. And that's the thing. Like I told you, like when I was 10, and like I said, I went to South Carolina, and I was playing with these white kids, and we were, you know, having a good time. We were playing, throwing the ball around. And their parents called them home. And I was wondering why they called them home. And then the kid came back and told me, we can't come over here and play with you no more because you're black. Told me that to my face at 10 years old. And then my parents had to explain to me. Now, that could have went two ways.
Right.
That could have went two ways. Now, if I had parents who were racist, they could have said, well, all white people are bad. They could have set the tone right there.
Yep.
But they didn't, you know, thank goodness I didn't have parents like that. They took something like, you know, everybody's not going to like you. They had to explain to me how the real world is and how everybody's not going to like you just because.
Unfortunately, I had a father that was like that, and he discouraged me playing black kids or anybody who wasn't white. And even to the point when I got older, he actually sat me down one day because I was hanging out with some black girl from school. And, you know, we were really good friends. And he misinterpreted that as we were possibly wanting to date each other. He sat me down and told me, look here, son, if I ever catch you dating a black woman, I will fucking disown you. And I looked at him dead in his shit, and I was like, I don't think that'd be such a terrible thing.
But see, you know what? And then again, it's generations rising up, too. Because had that been the 1960s or something, maybe the conversation would be different. But like, maybe the kids back then would be like, "Okay, Dad, okay, I see your point." You know?
No, I'm not like that at all. I mean, like, here's the thing. From the get-go, as a dumb little shit child, you told me no. That was just okay. That means not right now. While you're paying attention, I'm gonna find a way to get what the fuck I want. You may not stop me. I just gotta go a different route. You beat my ass, you ground me, take away all my shit, fucking tell me I can't hang out with my friends. I'm gonna find a way to get what the fuck I want.
There you go. And that's the thing. And that's the thing. You have, like you said, racism is a disease. It's an attitude.
It's taught. It's taught from an early age.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I know some racist black people that can't stand white people. And I just look at it. And I look at it this way, like, okay, you don't like white people, but at the same, and that's why I say, whoever you don't like gonna be in your family. If you don't like gays, you're gonna have a gay son or daughter.
I have a gay grandpa and a black uncle.
I'm gonna have my fucking family.
See, like whoever you don't like. And right now, the biggest thing people are hating on transgenders. You don't know what your child's gonna do if whoever got children. You don't know if they're gonna be a transgender.
They come up to you one day and be like, "Hi, my name is Jack." Like, bitch, you were born a Jill.
So let me get this straight: if you hate on somebody, they're gonna end up being in your family.
It could be a possibility.
I really hate rich people. I hate people that give you a shit ton of money when they die.
Careful with that one. Careful with that one. Because you may get you a rich person in your family, but they may not be the generous type.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to move on to the next thing in the show notes.
Okay, what's up?
Applies. And actually, I got this from Charles Feed because he posted some weird picture from, it was a parody of the Dove commercial that had Michael Jackson in it.
Was Michael Jackson really in there?
Michael Jackson was not in it, but Charles posted like a parody thing of it, and I'm going to turn on my screen share, and basically this was the ad, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can play this thing.
I gotta see this shit.
Because people say a dove is racist. So
Yeah, well, no, it was the lady saying that black skin tone is not as good as light skin tone, but the white lady turned into a Mexican.
Here's the deal. Dove could have done a better job of that shit. It was obvious that it was going to cause a problem for him because they had the black lady go first, taking off a brown T-shirt, and then all of a sudden she's a white lady. But they must have.
That's why they thought it was racist.
Then it becomes Hispanic lady, and I think there may be an Asian lady because it's a morph. It's like a constant morph for different ladies. The point was that the soap was for all skins, colors, and such. If they had changed the order from like the white lady to the black lady to the
would have been wrong.
Hispanic lady, it wouldn't have been as big an issue. But there's also a problem with those other ads that have come up in the past that have been bad. So let's talk about this ad first. This ad, they didn't mean to be racist with it, but they should have seen it coming. I don't know. What's y'all's thoughts on the Dove ad? Y'all seen the Dove ad?
Yeah.
I've seen the pictures and the story behind it. I just didn't see the actual ad itself.
Have you seen any of the historical ones, the old black and white ads?
Yes. Historically, there's been some really oh, you're showing your camera right now. Go ahead and speak for a bit.
Yeah, this is an example of an old ad where they put a black kid in a bathtub, they wash him with the soap, and he comes out half white. This is what they're comparing the Dove commercial against.
The Japanese still have that shit going on today, where they there's one commercial where they're advertising laundry soap.
Let me show you that, man. I got that one. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Let me play this motherfucker. Because this one has that bad connotation from hell. It's not like the other one. Let me shit. I need to share my fucking screen. Too much vodka, guys.
Come on, Adrian, learn the computer.
Shit.
Who's not sharing?
I got it. You all see my shit now?
No, I still see your logo. Oh, there we go.
Now.
Yeah, I see your show notes.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Do you have porn in the other tab?
Do I? I might.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
Let me show some of this past stuff. Like there's this YouTube video. This one is, I want to say it's actually Chinese.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's it.
This one is pretty fucking racist. I gotta admit. So, pretty good looking black dude comes in. Chinese lady lures him over. And I'd be lured over that. I'm not even the Chinese women, but yeah, that's shoves like a soap pack in his mouth, throws him in the
dish pod,
dishwasher, sits on it.
You see some crazy shit overseas too.
And comes out as what I assume is considered a good-looking Chinese man.
Now, my question is, where do I get a magic laundry washing machine like that?
But
have any of you ever seen Tokyo Breakfast?
No.
This was infamous back in its day. It starts out normal.
Full screen that shit, dude. There you go. There's some rich motherfuckers, man.
Trying to make you be the main screen. I think that did it right.
If you can hear the audio, you won't get why it's so far out there.
Nah, we're not getting the audio.
Put your microphone up to the speaker.
Hey, when you finish playing,
it's a little hard.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What did he say?
He dropped the N-word.
Yeah.
What's mom?
Nigerian?
Yes, Nigerian. Ninja.
Sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Is it chicken and waffles?
Yeah.
Ha!
That is crazy. They do some crazy stuff overseas. Y'all seen that?
Well, now, hold on. If a wigger is supposed to be a wannabe white black guy, then what is an Asian version of that?
Aga?
A jigger?
A jigger. A jigger.
I got one. Hey, guys. I got one from the different direction for you. I got wait, I got my cast going. Shit. I share it to everyone. Let me show you one from, I think this one's from Italy.
Okay.
I found this one. Hopefully y'all can see it and hear it. And What's this one?
Now, are these all
So,
dub
y'all see this
ads
one?
or are they just random Asian ads?
No, this is an Italian. You see it?
Yeah, we can see it. Full screen it.
Oh shit! Italian dude, Italian lady. She grabs the Italian dude who looks a little dreamy, but throws him in the washer, and puts some kind of like color packet in. I don't know what this is. I don't know what color.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Wow.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Oh.
Big Jim Slade.
Is that?
Oh,
Color is
wow!
better.
Really?
Wow.
No, it's not like
for some reason, I am not offended by that.
Hey, Adrian, play this one. Just like with they have some wild commercials with the band Sprite commercial. Oh man.
Oh yeah, that was my shit.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, play that one. I just sent it in the show notes, Adrian.
Wait, oh shit!
Let me in the chat, group chat.
Shit! Hold on a second. Let me. Oh crap! Let me pause this. Let me get my screen share back up. Looks like AP still has his screen share up. Let me unshare him, and hopefully this actually gets on the stream because I'm a little confused about how I do the right camera pull for the right feed.
All
right.
We'll let you know if you're fucking up. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, by
to everyone,
the way, she's speaking German.
Switching to the one that I think Charles sent into the chat.
All right, full screen it. Full screen it.
This is a Sprite commercial, by the way.
I could really go for some Sprite right now.
Oh
God. There's your money shot, baby. Oh no!
So, do you remember the "Want to Learn English" ad?
Yeah.
The Dutch ad that had the Out There Brothers on it.
No, it wasn't Dutch. It was Danish.
Danish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
close.
No. Do you remember the "Want to Learn English" ad?
Yeah.
The Dutch ad at the Out There
Okay,
Brothers
we've
on
got
it?
an echo now.
No, it wasn't Dutch. It was Danish.
Who's echoing?
The other Crenshaw.
All right, that's enough. I'll pause my shit and unshare my shit and What the hell am I doing?
Learning how to computer.
Yeah, I got all these fucking screens going, and it gets a little confusing.
You even have a Mac too. This isn't hard.
Well, at least you don't have porn up. Okay. My break's over. Back to work.
Oh, my brother joined. What's up, bro?
Numbers up, bro. There's talking about these commercials that could be seen as racist. There's one you'll have to check out.
Oh my god, you guys both sound the same.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, we both grew up in the same household, and we both grew the same fucking speech impediments.
How? How the fuck is a speech impediment like genetic like that?
Just because we both grew up listening to each other, so we both copied each other's fucking voices.
Who's older? You or your brother?
Penguin dude is older than the. Wait, we're both penguin dudes. Fuck. The penguin with the flag is older.
And they were both had the same speech problems, and we were hardly around them. So
Okay, wait. Hold on. You didn't answer my question properly. Which one of you is older, Adrian or the other one?
Bedford.
Bedford is
okay.
the older one.
So you fucked your younger brother up then?
Yes, he did. It's all your fault, Bedford. Fuck you. Love you, bro. Anyway, yes. Apparently, and my brother is saying that my grandma Crenshaw had a similar speech impediment. I don't remember that, but
well, that's the thing. If you learned it, then you can unlearn it.
One might hope. We'll see. But
speech therapy, man. Just remember, it's water, not water.
Water? Yeah, my problem is THs and Rs. Anyway, bro, what were you going to say about racist ads? Because they're all people who have... So, how do you put it this way? I don't think Dove intended anything, and if they change the fucking order from like white chick to black chick to Hispanic or Indian chick...
They better not change it. They should own it and be like, yeah, we made it. Get over it.
But yeah, there have been racist ads in the past, like some of the ones we just showed. The Dove one, though, I think made more of a controversy than it should have. And even the Nigerian lady who was the black lady in that particular video was like, no, I'm not a victim. We went along with this. And it just, they didn't see it the way that the internet was going to see it.
Well, you got to understand also that we made that stuff profitable. Every single person who put that on their website or on their click-through is going to make a ton of money in advertising. And that's what's really behind a lot of that. Oh, I was so offended. I'm so offended, I'm going to put it on my blog spot and make $300 from all the click-throughs. If there wasn't a financial incentive to be offended, it wouldn't be happening so much.
Just got back from the
I heard some speech there and then got gobbled. Bedford, what's up?
I just wanted to show that one video. I think y'all would get a kick out of that. Some company in Britain trying to sell an orange drink that would be appropriate.
Let me see if I can share my screen. Hold on a second. I'm gonna share my screen and get that up because I see it's the one you're sending in the chat, right, bro?
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Present to everyone.
Charles, stop at 1.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm not sure what this stuff is. This doesn't look good though.
It gets worse.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's terrible.
All right. All right, what is it with, by the way, I don't know if this is an external non-US thing. What is it with crows representing black people in some cartoons?
Jim Crow laws.
That's what it is?
Yep.
Because I like my understanding of like Dumbo, there's some crows in it, and some people have accused Dumbo of being racist because the crows represent black people in some way or another. And I guess maybe it's true, but I don't know the details of why that came about.
You want to challenge? Try to buy a copy of Song of the South in the United States. The only place you can get it, even online, is Amazon UK. And that, they say, is because that is racist. You can
I'm going to have to bounce you guys. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, see you, Bren.
You can get Dumbo, but you can't get Song of the South.
Wait, you talking about Alabama Song of the South?
About the movie, the Disney movie.
Oh.
You want to Brer Rabbit and Brer Rabbit and who is that? Uncle somebody.
Uncle Remus. Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox.
It was like part live action, mostly animated, and it had Brer Rabbit, and they actually made a theme park ride of it, Splash Mountain in there, but they don't release the movie because the movie is the movie's got some racial fucking stereotypes in it. Let's be honest, but yeah. I think I may have seen part of it on the Disney Channel back in the 80s, but yeah, the last time I saw any of it was I think I pirated a version of it in the early 2000s because someone else wanted it, and I got it for them. But
well, Grandma and Uncle A took us to see it in the theaters when we ran, I think, in the early 1980s.
Shit, I don't even recall that, man.
Yeah, they're in Old Jeff Plaza. Everyone I've heard that who's reviewed it, they pretty much said that it's boring, except for the cartoons. So it's boring, plus some people are going to whine about it being racist, so why bother?
I didn't even know there was such a Disney movie.
Oh, yeah. Disney's been famous for doing a lot of crazy stuff. Like, did you know they cut the sex scene out of the original Tron?
There was a sex scene in the original Tron?
There was a sex scene in the original Tron.
Okay, I did not know about this.
It included all the big flashy lights strobing at just the right times and all that. Yep, they cut it right out.
Nice software.
You can still get it on one of the DVD releases. They had it in there in the cut scenes.
Why'd they cut it out?
Good question.
Like, what is there? Is there some sort of racial thing with it, or
no? It's just sex.
Ah,
some people don't like sex in their Disney.
Why not?
That's what I was saying. You know. It didn't stop him from doing so much in the sequel, The Big Lebowski 2.
There's a Big Lebowski 2? What?
Oh, Tron Legacy. I call it The Big Lebowski 2 because all it is Jeff Bridges in a bathrobe talking about his chi.
Oh, shit. I didn't work out today. I feel bad about that. I need to get back in shape. Shit. All right, so we covered racist ads or potentially racist ads, and I think Dove was trying to be innocent about it, but damn it, they should have seen that shit coming.
They did. They did. They knew they were going to make a mess out of that, and they're just riding the wave.
Oh.
You can't believe that you make an ad like that in 2017. There's not one person sitting there in the room going, excuse me, you're going to piss off a lot of people. And they're like, yeah, we're going to sell a lot of soap, too.
You know what? Maybe the outrage because people can see it as being innocent, but it still gets their name out there.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Trump run the presidency by being outrageous and getting a lot of press.
Go check out a movie called How to Get Ahead in Advertising.
Shit. All right.
It's kind of a Monty Python-ish kind of movie, but it's all about this guy who's advertising exec, and he just goes all out to do whatever. Like, they want to hire him to sell zit cream, so he spends the next year making zits popular on MTV.
AP, I think this is the first night you've ever been to stream, but you got a link to the show notes?
Have I got what now?
Link to the show notes.
Not yet, no.
Where request access, I'm putting it in the chat, and if you want to come on next stream and talk about it, add it to the show notes and we can fucking talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
I just added the show notes, because I think this is the first time. I'm not sure who you are on Twitter, or however you found the stream, but everybody's welcome.
I'm old school pirate radio, and I do a show out of my house here as well.
Well, feel free to pimp that too. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I open the stream to a lot of people, but various people come in, and then we have like regulars, and then here's the way I invite people to the stream. I put it out on my anti-SJW Twitter feed. I put it out on the Human Zoo Twitter feed. I put it on Twitter sometimes, and I also put it out to whoever's on the last time we did a stream. And so if you want this, you'll probably get an invite for the next time because you're on this stream now. But yeah, add those show notes. Just request access to edit, and I'll approve you, and you'll get access to edit, and you can add it on Irongeek Cast 39.
I got some crazy stuff I can share with you, definitely.
Cool beans.
I'm working on a parody album right now, full of songs about hacking from the old school days.
Oh shit! Have you seen my Hacker Parodies website?
No.
Hold on a second. Let me put this in the.
Have you ever heard of Jose Juarez?
Can't say that I have.
He's an old legend, an ancient legend about a man named Jose Juarez, who was the first person to bring Juarez into the United States from Mexico.
Here's my parody site. It's now in the chat as well.
Yeah, I see it.
And let me share my screen for just a second. But let's show some of the things we got parodies.
Oh, okay.
We have first. It started as like Christmas parodies for how stuff.
Yep.
Free pings, as in packet internet groper.
Yep.
Akakon theme, which was based on "Take Me Home, Country Road." 0 Days by Rinderman. Let's see. Ebola, which is based on Yoda, which is based on Yola. Lola. Pwn Me Maybe. We won't talk about the person who created that because she's a nut. Cock in on Heaven's Door, as in Code of Conduct. Cock in on Heaven's Door.
Oh God, don't even take me down that road.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Let's sing. We're gonna say "Take Me Home, Country Road." Let's sing this one. HackerCon theme because it's in West Virginia, and we based it with apologies to John Denver and others involved with Take Me Home Country Road. I Need More Verses. Foremost HackerCon in West Virginia. Moonshine fountains destroy my fucking liver. Wi-Fi's open there, or just swept keys. Reaching with containers, cracking them with these crypto codes. Keys I load. If the bit length is not too long in West Virginia, using comma, SSH home, these crypto codes, all the memories shattering around there, action shady, act like a marauder. Dork and Husky describes this guy. Don't waste the moonshine. I put home in my chai. I don't shit. I fucked this one up.
I tell you what, try the one I just put up in the chat. See if you remember it.
Looking at it. We the Hackers, mix and be free.
Hackers across the USA. Do you know about your history? Do you know about West trading? Hey, learn about your friend Jose. In 1987, I told the founding members all sat down and elected a courier that's known the world around. The worst scene was just starting out inside this great country. And so the hackers spelled it out. They wanted software to be free. And they put his name on the BBS and declared him the first courier to the United States. He has been helping us run wares ever since. The declaration became the constitution of all wares trading, and it went like this. We the hackers, in order to form a more perfect network, establish trading and ensure an elite registry. Provide distribution defense, promote the general trading stance, and secure software that is free for ourselves and our progeny to ordain and establish Jose's courier for the United States of America.
It's based on an old educational video from the 70s.
Okay.
It's going to teach you about the Constitution.
Inside a Texas slaughterhouse and lay some rules down.
And that's an important line right there.
The scene was just starting out across the whole country. And so the hackers spelled it out. We wanted software that was free. And the declaration went like this. We the hackers, in order to form a more perfect network, establish trading and ensure an elite registry. Provide distribution defense, promote the general trading stance, and secure software that is free for ourselves and our progeny to ordain and establish Jose's courier for the United States of America. For the United States of America.
That was pretty good.
The idea is that Schoolhouse Rock was this thing they did back in the 70s where on Saturdays, in between cartoons, they'd show these 2 or 3 minute videos teaching you about the Constitution, about how laws were made and things like that. And they were really, really popular. In fact, some people even sing these at karaoke nights. And they disappeared, and everyone's forgotten about them. So I rewrote that one.
I remember Schoolhouse Rock, man. I'm old enough to remember that shit.
The lyrics in this one, though, in 1987, our founding members met in a slaughterhouse and laid some rules down. That's a direct reference to the Cult of the Dead Cow.
Oh, that's old school shit. I'd like to get some of those guys on the stream. That'd be cool.
I'm NSF. I'm NSF Actual Ninja Strike Force.
Ask some of those motherfuckers to join the stream.
Oh, wow. Yes, that would be classic.
I can ask around. There's a few people still hang around, but a lot of people just sort of retired and went into the background. But the Ninja Strike Force is still going strong.
Yeah, a lot of those guys, man. Those I put them up there with the 414s.
I'm still new to the whole hacker community type thing. What is NSF or Ninja Strike Force?
The Ninja Strike Force was a subgroup of the Cult of the Dead Cow. It was sort of like an auxiliary of people who were up and coming, and they were the ones who did like all the stage work and the wiring, the DJing and stuff for the actual CDC shows back in the day.
You know who I would love to get on the show too? Some of the people from Phone Losers of America.
Oh, I know some 303, and I can ask in 303 if any of the PLA would want to come on.
Yeah, man. I mean, those guys are legends, man.
Well, some PLA are cool, and some PLA are, assholes.
Oh, they were?
Oh, yeah, that's a given in any group, though. I mean, in any group of people,
true. Wasn't Roxy like part of the PLA in some way?
Say again?
Roxy D.
Yeah.
Roxy D. What do you mean? She's part of
Hell,
the
even
Phone Losers?
Gweeds did stuff with PLA, a long time ago, and everyone's forgotten about him.
I'm still not sure. Is Weave trolling with his whole white supremacist shit, or is he serious? Do you know what is white? What is Weave? Is Weave?
Okay, let me tell you. Weave is this. I hate to quote Douglas Adams, but Weave is just this guy. Okay, and if you're into trolling, you understand what he's doing. If you're not into trolling, he's just an asshole, and that's really all there is to it. I mean, look at the whole DSSK crew. Okay, the whole DSSK crew is basically take us as we are or fuck you, and there's not much more or less to it than that. There's no hidden agenda. There's no secret society. It's just hey, I think this, and if you don't like it, suck my dick. And some people are like that. You spend enough time in the community, you learn that there are people out there who are about the community and they want to hang out, they want to be friends, they want to hack shit, and there are some people who want to fuck shit up and they want to play, Project Mayhem.
There's also people who are in between who do shit like I make fun of a known scam artist, and I get shit. Seriously, Adrian, I've known you for a long time. Please understand you're just actively hurting the community now because I make fun of Anita Sarkeesian, who, if you actually look into her nutty past, she is a fucking scam artist looking for money. But I get this shit because the dude married a woman who's also a diversity scam artist. I'm like, please fuck off.
Well, they go great together.
Scam artists are nothing new. How many of you remember Haxor? Haxxxor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly, but go ahead and familiarize me if you got a quick synopsis.
Many, many years ago at DEF CON, a guy showed up with a cadre of strippers and a DVD to sell. It was called Haxxxor, and basically they were 2 to 3 minute videos of these strippers stripping and talking about technology. Girl rubbing her chest and going, I just love encryption. Let me tell you about RSA.
Oh, I know that porn series. Yes. They showed it at DEF CON as a vendor one year.
So the deal was this. First of all, the girls had no idea they were getting taken for a ride. They thought they were going to go to this HackerCon and make a shit ton of money. They didn't get paid anything for doing that. They were told that they were going to get money by charging $20 for autographs. And of course, it's DEF CON, so one guy bought the thing for $20, went back to his hotel room, made 100 copies, and started handing them out for free. So the dude lost his shirt, the chicks went ape nuts, and they were wondering why everyone wasn't fawning over them for $20 autographs of a commercial press DVD without even a label on it.
I vaguely remember that coming out, and actually I remember the girls' InMap series was not a bad intro to InMap. But
no, it wasn't. But you could tell they didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah, largely.
InMap is for scanning your network. Oh, this shirt is so tight. point.
Hey, Mark, what's up? You might want to turn off your webcam if you don't want your face to be shown. But
hang on a second.
What's up?
All right.
Me and Mark were having a
there we
contest
go.
about who has more weapons right now. And at this moment, I think Mark has more. I had more for a short time, but I think Mark beats me right at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to exactly confirm or deny how many I have. I'll just say it's more than 15.
You probably got me beat then. What's up, Mark?
Hey, just got a new phone today because the Galaxy Amp 2 sucks.
I have nothing about. I'm still using my Nexus. Wait, what is this?
I have a 6P still.
Yeah, I have the 6P also.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a Samsung Galaxy Amp 2, and apparently it has 8 gigs of memory on board for storage, and that's the only place you can put apps. So, but after Google decided to take about 7.5 gigs for the operating system and everything else, I was like, fuck this bullshit. I need a new phone. So that was today's mission.
And it was accomplished, I'm assuming.
It's accomplished. Yeah, I now have the LG Harmony. The name sucks, but the phone's pretty good. 16 gigs on board, and plus it's like Android Nougat, so I can run apps on my SD card and stuff like that. So I'm pretty happy. Although I want to strangle the engineer who thought that Rhino lining was a suitably grippy surface for the back of the ruggedized case that it's in. I'm probably going to take some 40 grit sandpaper to that stuff tomorrow. But oh well.
Why didn't you go for like the Pixel or something like that?
Well, I'm currently doing like the pay cash for your phone bill kind of thing because my credit is totally fucked, and I was just looking at the phones that I'm on Cricket, so I was looking at the phones they had basically.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I mean the whole thing with like all the Android phones, especially like on any of the carriers, it's kind of up to the carrier on when they're going to push updates out to the phone and like all these fucking security vulnerabilities and shit. And only the Google phones are the ones that are getting patched.
They're doing a lot of that crap on purpose. I mean, if they put a phone out there,
buy a new phone.
They want you to buy the new phone. They put out an update that breaks the thing and turns it into a piece of crap, and then you got to go out and buy the new phone. Although I tell you what, I have found a good use for old phones, and it's actually been really awesome for me. Rocat makes this thing called Power Grid, and it's just a really simple Android app that lets you turn your old cell phone into an external key press button, like a keypad. So you can like put it to the side and hit a button and have something happen. And it's cheaper than buying those $200 versions. You just make a little icon, you press the icon, and putty comes up. Or you can program it to do whatever you want. I use it for gaming.
Oh, really? So you can use your phone as like an extra keypad?
Yeah, exactly. And you can program it to whatever you want.
That'd be epic for like Star Citizen or Elite Dangerous for making like a fucking cockpit.
That's what I use it for. I use mine for Star Citizen.
Oh, that'd be epic.
Someone
was tweeting about Star Citizen saying that it was vaporware the other day, and I can't buy that.
Oh, I've been playing it. I mean, it's got its problems. Yeah. It's a giant turd right now, but it's actually kind of it's kind of cool. It's in alpha, and it's like, yeah, no shit. They've got an excellent first-person shooter. The problem is that it's full of fucking cheats. So there's a lot of on Friday, Saturday nights, the guys with the aim bots are on there, and they're just wiping everybody's ass. But once you get past that and start playing the game as normal, it's actually pretty awesome. It's like imagine a first-person shooter, only you can EVA into open space.
Well, yeah, I bought it and I've been keeping up with it, but I just haven't installed it or played it yet. I'm worried that if I play it before it's released, I'll burn out and not play it when it's released.
Well, there's not a lot to do right now. A lot of it right now is just learning how to fly the ships and trying out this, trying out that, and getting used to the idea. I'll give you the other thing. It's a hell of a lot better than Eve ever was.
So Eve is written in Python?
Eve is like playing Excel.
Yeah.
I thought Eve was written in Tumblr.
Spreadsheets in space.
No, Eve's written in Python.
Damn. That just makes it worse.
All I know is that everyone I know who plays Eve eventually gets into like it's like they're running a business, not playing a game.
Exactly. Yeah. That's all there is to do in Eve. I'm dropping the Power Grid link into the chat so you can check that out. It works with old tablets too, not just phones.
Okay. I wish Prince of Queens was on this chat so I could ask him about this next story I have in the show notes. And I'm not even sure who added the Stanford Gator facial recognition story into the show notes.
I saw that, but
who added it?
I didn't.
Damn it! Whoever added it isn't even showing the fucking stream.
Not me. I didn't add that. No.
Okay. Apparently, these guys at Stanford made a facial recognition thing that has, I believe, let me look through the notes here, like an 81% accuracy rate on doing facial recognition to determine if someone is, at least for males, if they're gay or not.
Oh, I heard about this.
And apparently gaydar is a real thing as far as machine learning. A lot of machine learning is BS, I think. Wait, drop link. Wait. Who wants to drop a link to what now? Fuck. Someone tell me to drop link again. I think the chat. If I can get it.
So we gotta put the link in for the what do you call it? For that app.
I'm not sure where exactly he's wanting me to drop the link. I see a message coming in via. Oh, that's Google. Okay. All right. So apparently, someone created this thing that allows you to. It has a pretty damn good facial recognition thing, and machine learning is one of those weird things. When I feel people bring machine learning up in InfoSec, I'm usually like, yeah, it has its uses. It has some really powerful features. I'm sometimes wonder whether or not some things are like, what is it, ransomware? But basically, this entire article, it's posted in the show notes, is about using machine learning to do facial recognition and determine if someone's gay. And it actually has a better chance of knowing than a normal human does. I sent the link to Prince of Queens. He's a guy I know on YouTube. He's a gay fellow who covers a lot of those issues. I'm hoping he'll do a video on it. But I don't have a whole lot to say about this other than facial recognition and machine learning in general has some powerful features. When it's applied to InfoSec and like packet analysis, I think that it's probably overblown. But
not yet, but it will be.
But here's the thing too. Why would somebody want to make that to find out if they're gay or not? I don't understand that.
Let's talk about the U.S. government for a minute.
I'm assuming it was mostly written as a purely academic exercise and
not at all. You got to go watch that movie, Real Genius.
Okay, I've seen it.
Okay, that's got government written all over it. You're the U.S. government. You need to get a photograph of somebody, scan it, and tell if they're gay or not. That's info. That's intelligence. That's NSA, CIA level stuff.
Oh my God, that's OSNIT. Oops.
Exactly. And once you get that kind of information, you can start leveraging that against people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the easiest way to flip somebody. And, even if you don't want to flip them, if you just want to get control of them, that's a hell of a way to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Knowledge is power. More knowledge is more power. So sure, it looks academic as hell, but I bet you if you look at who's sponsoring it, you're going to find some alphabet soup in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not going to be the NAACP.
Of course not.
Trying to look for the article because I read it much earlier in the day when I was still sober. So,
the thing about machine learning when it comes to packet analysis, that's what I do right now, 9 to 5. I'm building a system that does that, and I'm doing more than packet analysis. I'm doing entire flow analysis, log analysis, and raw data analysis in real time and feeding it all to machine learning so we can develop patterns to catch 0 day and other infections.
Wow.
That's just what I do.
I ain't smart enough for that.
You don't have to be smart. You just got to understand how the network works.
I know how the network works, kind of.
Well, there you go. I mean, if I show you a graph, okay, and it says that your DNS queries for MX records have quadrupled in the last 8 minutes, what are you going to think?
I'm going to think something's jacked up.
Dun, 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 dun. Now you just tell the computer to do that, and then you go out and have a beer.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, I mean, if you look at your DNS queries, you start seeing 300, 400, DNS queries coming in camel case, and someone's trying to do exfiltration on you. And right. you get out the wet noodle and you start slapping people around.
Wet noodle.
Here, I'll give you a little. I'll give you a taste of what I'm talking about. Take a look at that. That's real time, as it happens, real time analysis of DNS queries being handled by a private server.
What are you using to do your graphing and everything?
That's classified. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Don't tell me nothing.
Yeah, people have always said that.
They'll lock you up in a room and throw away the room.
Yeah, I don't need to know nothing.
But every 30 seconds, this thing updates, and you can see over the last 30 seconds how many of each type of DNS requests that you're getting on the server. So you can see right here, we peaked out at 89 records at 1830, and then it dropped down again. Now, if that all of a sudden shot up to 2,000 records in a 5-minute period, you got a problem.
Right.
Same thing goes with like if people are doing quad A requests and you're not running IPv6, or they're using some stuff that's expired, no longer that didn't make RFC. You see that crap all the time. You see goofy PTR records. You see goofy text records. There's an any. You can actually see we're getting any requests on this thing. And then if you see, it lights up like a Christmas tree if you try to do a zone transfer. But I can just set this aside on a big old monitor, which is what I do. I got a 40-inch monitor over here, and I can just look at this thing and I can see if I'm under attack or not, at least from a DNS perspective, or if somebody's trying to do DNS-based data exfiltration, or who knows what. So you feed that into machine learning, and then you start digging with it in real time.
Yeah.
Happy trails. You're going to have a lot of fun. Not only are you going to have a lot of fun, but you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble. You won't have to have so many people sitting around the office playing Pong all the time watching the monitor.
It's true.
That's important for some folks because they don't have the kind of money that they need to staff a SOC 24/7.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's 24/7 SOC's expensive.
That they are.
So is this what you're doing for your job, or?
Yeah, this what I'm developing the algorithms that are getting fed to the machines that are doing the machine learning. So I tell it, X% increase in this type of record, or Y kind of, or I also work with the log gathering and analysis. So I've got a version of syslog-ng that sucks up logs from like 30 different machines at the same time. And it's all taken in and processed and correlated. So like my shit will be there and it'll say, hey, this guy just tried to log in from the middle of China, except he lives in San Francisco. That's not good. Or this guy over here just tried to log in 300 times and failed, and 300 times in a row and failed, and it's coming from his home instead of his office. I've got something over here. I've got MS-12345, smacking away internally, and it's not getting picked up by the IDS. I write these parameters and I feed it into the big machine, and the big machine just sits there and takes over, and it thinks the way I think.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, I gotta take off, but if you wanna hit me up on Hangouts or whatever, AP, I wouldn't mind talking some more about that kind of stuff later on.
I am around.
All right. I'll catch you guys later. I gotta go put the kiddo to bed.
I hear duct tape works really well.
Yeah, right. I might need some.
Well, unless you like your kids. If you like your kids, then you use gaffer's tape.
You're right.
It doesn't hurt as much when you pull it off.
Oh man, dude. Charles, just wait, man. How old yours now?
Oh my God, she's 2 months right now.
2 months? Yeah. Wait till she gets 2 years.
I hear the 2's bad. I hear the 2 years of mark is pretty bad. Terrible 2.
They get smart, but they don't listen.
I don't know. My nephew is 3 years old right now, and he's a total pain in the ass.
Well, you know what? I got a 2-year-old right over here, but you know what? It's a cat.
Yeah.
So
that might be worse.
I got it pretty easy.
A 2-year-old cat is more like a 12-year-old human, right?
So, kind of, yeah. As long as you don't have to worry about diapers or anything like that.
By the way, I just ran out of vodka, so I'm not sure how much longer I am for the stream, but we'll continue on for a bit.
Alas.
You got a 2-year-old and a 3-month-old.
I need to get back in shape, man. I've been trying to walk in the park more. I didn't go out and work out today, but I've been walking 2 to 3 miles in the park, carrying around a 15-pound fucking kettlebell. And granted, I look silly as hell doing exercise with a kettlebell while walking, but no one says shit because who the fuck wants a 15-pound kettlebell to the fucking chest?
Yeah. All right. Well, the thing is, why are you using a kettlebell? Why not just get a laptop and do a little war driving, war walking?
It's a little hard for me to type and walk at the same time. I can't concentrate.
You get one of those neck straps like we use when we're flying RC airplanes and helicopters, and like one of those platforms to put it on.
Yeah.
Or you get one of the one-handed cording keyboards.
There you go.
Back in New York, we used to do this thing we called it ghetto war driving, where you get one of those all-day city bus passes, and you just sit in the back of the bus. You drive all over Manhattan, and your backpack is the Wi-Fi gear, and you make Wi-Fi maps of the entire city.
Why didn't you just stick one underneath the bus and then collect the data later?
Have you ever been underneath the city bus?
No, it's probably gross.
Yeah, and not only was it gross, but this is back in 1998.
Yeah,
the gear wasn't that small back then.
Raspberry Pis and LiPo batteries back then.
Yeah.
I don't think they didn't really have LiPo batteries back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You couldn't, you can't just stick your Wi-Fi gear on the cat's collar and let it outside.
Yeah, that's some fun stuff right there. I thought about doing that in my building here. But I don't know. We gotta have a talk with the cat about it.
Right.
Because consent is so very important.
Well, it depends on the kind of relationship you have.
All right, guys, I'm out. But I'll catch you guys next week or see you on Twitters or
See you next week. I need a relationship where someone holds me and tells me I'm beautiful. Even if you're a female game dev, I won't get you fired just because you call me pretty.
Right.
But I do need people to add some. This one actually came off pretty well, even despite not having a whole lot in the show notes. But I need people to add shit to the show notes and join. And I always invite the same people. What do y'all think of the idea of me starting a Twitter chat just so I can announce and have the same people? Because not everybody joins every week. So if you don't join the very last week, you don't necessarily get the notice of the new stream. And I don't always put it on Twitter. What's the best way to get? I like to get a lot of the same folks on every week. Like we always have Charles, we always have Jack, we always have James pretty much on here. Tom is becoming a regular. I don't know. What's the best way to actually keep this cast going? I like having a lot of the same people on just to hang out.
Offer them free booze.
That's hard for me to do remotely.
Well, if it means enough to you, you'll make it happen.
We've had some casts. The casts have gotten better over time because some of the earlier casts, I got so passed out drunk that it went on for 8 hours. until YouTube itself killed it.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
And I try to do them from events from time to time, but sometimes the events, I had 2 in a row that we basically could not leave up because in one I threatened to kick someone's ass, and another one we said such terrible things about people. I was like, okay, this would be some bad shit if it got out, so I'm just going to kill it. So not all of the Irongeek casts are actually out there in the open, but I've been trying to do it from almost the beginning of the year, right? Because we're currently on number 38.
You got to do it like Emmanuel does with Over the Edge. You know, he's got a little cutoff button. He just hits the button and your mic turns off if you start to say something stupid or you shouldn't be saying.
Yeah, but it's usually me saying something stupid. I'm the one in control of the mic.
Oh, in that case, no, I can't help you.
In that case, fucked.
Yeah, we'll actually fucked up. We're definitely going to have to do a cast at this year's, next year's Hackers on a Farm.
Oh, that would be baller.
Now, Mary was talking about moving, though. So is she? Do you know anything about that?
She's talking about moving. What?
She mentioned it vaguely.
I don't see her and Matt moving from that farm, to be honest.
It's a pretty cool farm. All right. For those that don't know, Mark and I, Marcus Nightshade there, we go out and to HackerCon. It's happened for 2 years so far. That Mary, Margaret Conley, Paint 27 runs, and her husband does. And they had this little farm in mostly southern India, southern central Indiana. This last year, oh man, it's better each year, but this last year we did a pork roast where I went out and saw Mary Margaret. She popped a cap in a fucking pig's head. She gets me and Mark to drag the thing out to the gimbal because, you know, she's the best.
The thing was we had to hold it down through the death throes because and I told her I was willing to take the shot, but I understand it's her. She bought the pig and, you know, she wants to, you know, put the 22 in its skull.
Well, there's half your problem right there is the 22.
Well, no, it doesn't much when you're point blank. It doesn't much matter what you got.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna have death throws and a lot of noise.
22 did a decent job of it. It was going to go through death throws regardless of what the hell you hit in the head with.
I mean, yeah, basically it was like popped it in the head. Adrian and I held it down, and then, you know, after Mary shot it, she immediately jumped in with a knife and slit its throat. So it was pretty well gone right there.
Yeah. You ever watch those slaughterhouse videos that the animal rights people are all about? You'll see how fast they go down.
Well, I haven't watched those, but I'm a hunter, so I've seen this many times. You know,
Meanwhile, got out to the gimbal, and then she did all the gutting. I watched some of that, and Mark and I and some other people, we dug a hole and built a limestone lined pit. Cooked that motherfucker for like, how long was it in the pit?
I want to say it was in there for like
at least 12 hours.
It was 12 hours or 18 hours, somewhere in that time frame. All I remember was like I think all of us were wiped out, just completely exhausted by the time we got it in the pit. And
it took forever.
Went back, slept, and then like by like lunchtime on was that Sunday? I can't remember. It was ready to go. It was like complete. It was up to temperature. It was, you know, cooked all the way through, really tender. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was pulled off the bone at that point. And they filled it up with like some tea and some pineapples. The tea, some like weird like was it fermented tea that Amazon V made?
I know she put some kind of tea rub. She had a tea rub on the inside, and maybe
was apparently not quite up to snuff for drinking. It was fine for marinating.
Yeah, it was some kind of that's what it was. It was probably some stuff that was a little bit past her date, you know, past its like sell by date or whatever. And then I know they put some pineapples in there, or some chunk pineapple, some potatoes, different other root vegetables. All that kind of stuff was like what filled up the cavity where the guts used to be. And then we just kind of, you know, cooked it for half a day in the pit.
Apparently, though, we picked the wrong limestone out of the pile, apparently.
Well, I mean, my opinion is that, like, Matt told me which pile to take it from, so fuck him. I don't care. Like, we were.
As long as you don't have to dig that shit out next year, because I don't want to have to dig. The pit digging kind of sucked.
Oh, the pit digging in 80-degree weather with 80% humidity totally sucked. And I figured because again, I'm the hunter. I know how to dress stuff out. I figured I would be on the gutting duty, and then somehow Amazon B's like, here's a shovel. I'm gonna go help with the pig, and I'm like, okay.
We're like the 6'3" and 6'4" guys. Yeah, we're gonna be the ones doing the digging, man. That's the fact of the matter.
Well, yeah, I get that, but
And Mary knows how to gut the pig apparently, because I was sat there and watched her doing like, wow, shit, I'm not gonna fuck with her.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually went to Mary's farm for the eclipse, and the morning of the eclipse, we were killing and dressing rabbits because she wanted to have some.
Since all our family's dead, me and my bro are probably gonna head up there on Thanksgiving. I have to figure out stuff with Mary. I'm not sure if she's moving or whatever, but me and Bedford are probably gonna head up there for Thanksgiving and hang out with her.
Okay. I mean, what's your information about that she's moving? I've never heard anything like that.
I vaguely saw some mention someplace, so maybe I'm on track. But
I know she talks. She's got a lot of ideas for Hackers on a Farm 3 about like having it someplace else, and that we could rent this other place out, and so on and so forth.
That place we shot this very last year.
Yeah.
We need a flat space to shoot.
Well, I don't think there's any flat spaces in that section of Indiana anywhere. It's all like these hills and valleys.
Point taken. Well, the first year we shot out at her back 40, but she has an adopted child now, and there was some issues about having.
Well, the issues are that because they're currently foster parents, Child Protective Services are involved, and therefore if we roll in there like we did the first year, where it's like, hi, we just dropped an arsenal in your living room, CPS is going to just completely shit themselves and say, no, the kid can't be here.
Yeah, we did drop an arsenal. Between me and you, we did drop an arsenal.
So basically, and Mary was telling me that she had specifically told whatever adoption authority she was going through, she wanted to adopt a child who was easy to adopt. Like there wouldn't be legal challenges from biological parents or that sort of thing. And unfortunately, apparently that has become the case with her foster daughter. So what my understanding is that as soon as the adoption is completely legal and completely finalized and Child Protective Services are the fuck out of there, then we could go back to maybe shooting in like that back 40 field.
Yeah, that we did the first year wasn't too bad. I mean, we had a good range, and I bought my AK, you brought out your AR-15, and we had that was good shooting. The new place, that was too much walking up and down hills and tripping over shit, and
yeah, and a lot of mosquitoes. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I would rather just use like the property around Mary's, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, Hackers on a Farm was a hell of a lot of fun, and Mary fed us a lot of good food. This last year, I know the first year we had duck. Do we have duck the second year or not?
Yeah, there was one night where we did have duck. We grilled it on the grill, and it was like in aluminum foil with all the root vegetables as a bed. I mainly remember that because after everybody ate the duck, I was going back for more sweet potatoes and duck fat because that was awesome.
Oh, duck fat is good. Duck is one of those things. I don't know if y'all guys have had duck. Duck is a thing you can easily cook wrong, and it's like too fatty and too fucking greasy, even for my taste. But duck cooked right is a great fucking animal to eat. And also, ducks are bird rapists, so I don't feel bad about eating them. It's like if you're an animal and you're eating male feminists, it's okay.
What just elucidate a little bit here. What is a male feminist?
Male feminists are basically human equivalent of male ducks.
You're gonna have to explain this more for the remaining audience, Adrian.
All duck males are rapists. All male feminists.
Oh, we got an SJW here. Oh, okay.
What?
Every duck is a rapist.
Exactly.
You looked at me. I've been raped now. Help! Help!
Except if you actually look at Age of Shitloads has a whole series on this. Male feminists, the people who came out massively against Gamergate and so forth. These people who constantly virtue signal about I'm a male feminist. If you actually look into the background, a lot of these people are fucking scumbags.
Well, of course they are. They're just after the same thing the other scumbags are. They're just taking a different angle.
So it's okay to eat them if you're a cannibal.
Just
That's
go.
my thing.
I go to Google and put in scientifically accurate DuckTales.
Oh, I've seen that. Oh, that's
this. Yeah. In fact, I think we saw it at Hackers on a Farm 1.
Yes. Yeah, I remember doing a showing of that. That was some hilarious shit.
Or Some Secret Life of Penguins or something like that. They're rapists too.
Penguins?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is how do we know? Because what's duck for no?
Or more importantly, what's duck for yes?
Exactly.
I don't know. I've been by my local park. There's a community park in New Albany, Indiana. I've watched some duck rapage. It's not pretty.
What was it? Duck on a human or human on a duck?
Duck
or
on
what?
duck. It's like two
duck
male
on duck.
ducks. I think they're fighting each other over a female duck.
Oh, so you're not getting all Rule 47 on us then? Okay.
Wait. 37? I'm not sure.
47.
47. What's 47? I know 34, but I'm not sure. I know
34. That's what I meant. 34.
If it exists as part of it, I've seen ad walkers fucking before. What you talking about?
I've seen a guy fuck a duck before, so it's like
Oh man, Will. Recently of a fucking guy tossing the salad of a chicken.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
That was fucked up, man. I love you, but that was fucked up.
Oh come on! You ever see Mr. Hands?
Oh yeah, I know Mr. Hands. Yeah, Mr. Hands. I'm sorry, Mr. Hands. I'm sorry you passed away, but you should have seen that. Well,
it was his own fault. It was his own fault. It was he lived for 3 days. He just refused to go to the ER.
Oh, that was. I thought he went immediately to the ER.
No. He refused to go to the ER.
All right. First of all, one, I'm not taking a horse's cock up the ass that's like 2 foot long. Number two, if I did, I would definitely go to the ER immediately. So number three, sorry, Mr. Hands, you fucked up.
Oh, you think? You sure there wasn't something a little weird going on there? The whole farm was for fucking animals.
Shit. I think someone just dropped the fuck off. I heard someone beep.
Well, once you start talking about getting fucked by a horse, people are bound to drop off.
Yeah, I saw a part of Mr. Horse video. I'm like, dude, you should have seen that. Seen that coming is not the right way to phrase that.
That was the last words he said on the tape. Did he come?
Shit.
Here you go. Here's a little something for you.
Oh shit.
Did you know ducks are necrophiles? That
is duck science.
They don't have sphincters dump in piles. That's why ducks don't buy pants. And we have to face this. Male ducks are rapists. DuckTales.
Woohoo!
Scientifically accurate DuckTales. Woo! Crazy pooping bird should go to DuckTales. Then there's the whole pool of gold. Scrooge won't write a check. And whether he was young or old, if he dived in, he'd break his neck. A gold pile looks neat,
but it's hard as concrete.
Woohoo! Scientifically accurate. Danger, ducks behind you. Pull your girl, a duck will grind you. Also, ducks are cannibals through DuckTales. Woo! Have salmonella and H5N1 bird flu. Woo! Science. scientifically accurate DuckTales. Woo! Last verse is on genitalia, so stay in your places. Because ducks hump so much, girl ducks have vagina mazes. To screw around this, ducks grew up, corkscrew Alice, DuckTales. Woo! Disgusting, crapping, cannibalistic DuckTales. Woo! Penis in the shape of a corkscrew. DuckTales. DuckTales. Woo! Scientifically accurate DuckTales. Woo! Crazy pooping virgin goat.
And
Okay.
there you go.
You want the song about Mr. Hands?
I think I'm okay. Man. I think I can deal. I'm okay. Shit.
Hey, Adrian, play the one that I just posted. That's the better DuckTales.
Shit. Oh, he fuck. Dude. Is this going? Wait, fuck. Is this show gonna be banned from YouTube? Because I've been banned from YouTube twice before. I don't need that shit again.
You've been banned from YouTube?
Yes, twice. Because someone made a video at B-Sides Nashville called Buy Viagra, and I instantly saw it as pharma spam, but it was a video about stopping pharma spam. So, Will, before I click this, is this going to get me banned from fucking YouTube?
Yes.
Fuck it. Let's click it. I'll cause a Twitter out of controversy about this shit. Let's do it.
About what?
About what I'm about to fucking send, apparently, because you sent it to me, motherfucker.
The what now?
We'll find out. No. I'll watch later. But no, Will, no, thank you. Can't do it.
Oh, you can just put the audio towards the end.
I will not do the cast. We will only do the audio.
Now, actually, you need the visual to go along with the audio. So,
all right, well, we can't do that because, dude, I service so many
people. 2 girls, 1 cup kind of stuff, or what?
Despite what people give me shit for online, I do service the community as far as providing InfoSec videos, and I can't get my fucking channel banned for whatever weird fucking shit Will just sent me.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I'm watching it right now. It's bad enough that YouTube wouldn't accept it.
It gets
I've
a little
seen
better.
worse than this on YouTube.
All right, you all watch the video. He sent the link into the chat.
Oh, damn. Run silent, run deep.
What is this? The Hunt for Red October?
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at my total just emergency is what it looks like.
You lit up my ice like a Christmas tree. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Evil.
Woohoo!
Check that out. Look at that spike you just gave me with that link. Check out the spike you gave me from that link.
All right, well, I regularly follow them, but this is the new one for me from eFuck. This is
You should get rid of all those pop unders. All right, it's just about drink o'clock over here, so I will catch you gentlemen at another time.
Yeah, I think we're about done for this channel after that particular video. Thank you very much, Phil, but
hey, that was the best ending ever.
Damn.
So you had a happy ending, huh?
Well,
ass licking a chicken.
Shit. Gentlemen, you have a good night, and I'll see you on Irongeek podcast number 39, hopefully. Contact me if you don't get the stream link, or I plan on resending it to whatever Hangout chat this gets archived as.
Okay, fair enough.
Catch you folks later.
Bye, Adrian.
See y'all later.